Good evening and welcome to the Melissa Cardinals Network. Welcome to Coach Kenny Deal Stadium. The Melissa Cardinals hosting the Terrell Tigers tonight as district play continues in Class 5A Division II. The #1 ranked team in the state, the Melissa Cardinals, hosting the Terrell Tigers tonight. This is Trey Graham and Ross Graham joining you from the press box here at Coach Kenny Deal Stadium. We are so glad you are with us tonight. It is going to be a great night of football as the Cardinals continue their undefeated season. They are 4-0 on the 2023 campaign. The Terrell Tigers are 3-1. And you are in for some great action tonight. It's wonderful weather. It's almost fall. We're not quite there, but it's feeling like football weather as we get closer to the fall. And we're so glad you are spending your Friday evening with us. Ross Graham, welcome to Coach Kenny Deal Stadium, and we welcome the Terrell Tigers to town.
Yes, welcome. This is going to be an exciting game. Two very good teams. To a lot of sources, Terrell and Melissa are both ranked top 10 in 5A Division II in the state of Texas. So these are two great ball clubs. It'll be a great night of football tonight. Terrell's coming into this game with a bit of a chip on their shoulder. They lost to the Cardinals twice last year. They're reloaded. They're returning 13 of their starters from a year ago. So they're coming into this game to fight and to win. The Cardinals, they're averaging nearly 55 points a game. Their offense has been great. Some people say they've been playing their best football since that 2011 football state championship team. So both of these teams are ready to win, ready for a great game. Two great teams, two great offenses, two very different offenses, but two very good offenses nonetheless. And it's going to be a great night of football.
As Ross just mentioned, two very different styles tonight. Coach Matt Nally leads the Melissa Cardinals. Coach Marvin Sedberry Jr. leads the Terrell Tigers. And they do run different styles of football. The Cardinals' fast-paced, wide-open offense. The Terrell Tigers run the wing T. They're going to huddle up. They're going to take the time. They're going to let play clock roll. And it's going to be a different style of football when the Cardinals are on defense. But it is going to be a great night, and we are so glad you are with us as we continue our 16th season here on the Melissa Cardinals Network. This is game number 5 on the season. It is also the final game of the first stretch of the season because the Cardinals have a bye week next Friday after 3 non-district games and 3 victories. Then the Cardinals had a big season opening victory on the district schedule last week, going over to Crandall and defeating Crandall by a score of 67-28. The district schedule continues tonight with the Terrell Tigers, and the Cardinals are 1-0 in the district. Terrell is 3-1 in the district. Terrell lost to Lovejoy by a score of 34-20. Melissa has a 4-0 record overall, 1-0 in the district. They are the only undefeated team in the district, as you can see. Lovejoy 3-1, Denison and Terrell also 3-1. Lovejoy and Denison and Princeton are the other 3 district undefeated teams. Remember, there's 8 teams overall in the district, so there will be 4 district games per night, and there are 7 district games for each team because there's 8 in the district. So the Cardinals will play 3 non-district games, 7 district games, and the Cardinals finished the non-district schedule with a 3-0 record, and they had their first district win a week ago over Crandall. This is the Cardinals at 4-0, their best start to a season since the year 2020, when they started the season 5-0. And you may recall, we've told you the story, it was an unusual year in 2020 for the whole world, and that was the COVID year. It was unusual for Melissa High School football as well. And one of those 5 victories when the Cardinals started 5-0 in 2020 was a forfeit by Paris High School. Their coaching staff was exposed to COVID, and some of them tested positive, so the Paris team had to forfeit. So one of those 5 victories was a forfeit. Goes down in the history books officially as a 2-0 victory. So we said this is the best start to a season since 2020 for your Cardinals. The best start in school history was back in 2008 when they started 7-0. And if you were with us on the Cardinal Scoreboard show that we film every Monday night at the Dugout Sports Grill, you heard Matt Nally say they're going to beat that. They're going to beat the 7-0 start. So we'll hope he's right as Cardinal fans. And we do want to remind you to join us Monday evenings at 5:30 p.m. at the Dugout Sports Grill over at the Z-Plex that you can see just across the way from where we sit here in the booth at Kenny Deal Stadium. And make sure you subscribe to Melissa ISD on YouTube. So every Monday evening we drop a new episode of the Cardinal Scoreboard show. And you can watch and get the inside scoop on your favorite team. Cardinals are averaging on the season 493 yards per game, almost exactly 50-50 between pass and run. As Ross mentioned, they're averaging almost 55 points a game on offense. They're allowing 20 points per game on defense. This is the third time, well, this is the all-time record, I should say, against Crandall is now 2-0. The all-time series with Terrell, tonight's opponent, is the 5th game ever. Melissa leads the all-time series 4-0 over Terrell, including 2 games last year. These were district mates a year ago. So the Cardinals won the regular season game, and they came back in the 3rd round of the playoffs for a rematch. And the Cardinals were victorious there, so they swept them a year ago, taking that all-time series to 4-0. The Cardinals' score in the regular season was 56-21, and then it was 42-21 in the 3rd round of the playoffs a year ago. We have had a lot of penalty flags in the last few ball games. In fact, last week against Crandall, we had 21 penalties overall, 9 on the Cardinals and 12 on, the Crandall Pirates. So that'll be something that we will be paying attention to, see if both teams can clean that up. In just a few moments, you'll get to meet our officials. The referee tonight is Jeff Holt, and he is from the Dallas Football Association. And so you'll get to meet our referees and the rest of the officials in just a few moments. We're going to send you back to our studio here in just a moment to let you enjoy a pregame interview that we filmed with Coach Matt Nally in the Championship Center just next door. So in just a moment, our folks are going to fire that one up, and you'll get to hear Coach Nally preview tonight's ball game. For tonight's big game, the Terrell Tigers in town. This is Trey Graham with head coach Matt Nally getting you ready for the kickoff tonight here at Coach Kenny Deal Stadium. Coach Matt Nally, 4-0, looks pretty good.
Yeah, yes, sir. It's a lot better than 2-2 last year, and once again, that's a testament to the kids. It's a testament to the coaching staff, how they've executed, and just their passion and whatnot moving forward within the regular season and district play.
Before we talk about tonight's game, we do have to ask you a question about last game. You had a bit of a conversation with the officials last Friday in Crandall.
Yeah, it was very pleasant. It wasn't that big of a deal.
Planning your lunch outing or anything?
We were talking about what to get our kids for Christmas. Oh. No, it was just a situation that, I really truly feel like the kids are my kids. And that's something that has, hindered me for years, just because of the fact of they go through so much, and people don't understand how much a player goes through and their grind from literally January until right now. And there's a debt that I can never pay them, you know what I mean? So what I try to do is my entire career is really treat them like they're my own boys. So, and like they have Nally on their back. I do truly love my football players, and it doesn't matter if it's a player now or if it's a player that's played for me, 20 years ago. I'm always going to be in their foxhole. In that certain situation on Friday night, it was a deal where I don't really care about holding calls and, whatever. That is what it is. It's a part of the game. And like I said on your show earlier the week, that I'm a short guy. I am not Shaq. So I can't really see over the field. So a lot of things that I get on the other side of the field is what I hear. and I was hearing about a situation with one of their kids doing to our kids, and so, I talked
a penalty that you thought should have been called.
Yes. And so I talked to the official about it a few times and whatnot. And, we scored 67 points, and it was on PAT field goal. So this happened quite a bit. And so, like I said, I'm a short guy, so I moved as far down the field I could. And I'm a little guy, so I can kind of sneak so the officials don't see me that much. So
yeah, because they're never certain where the head coach is.
So I snuck down and I saw it, and I screamed the White Hat's name and said, "Hey, man, you see that," and they threw a flag, but they threw a flag on our kid, and like I said, I go.
But you know what everyone in the stands thought?
No,
that they were throwing a flag on you.
Oh, well, they did, but I was upset because of the fact of I thought the officials, my whole big deal about officials is to keep the kids safe, and football is such a violent game, and it's our job to keep them safe. In that situation, I didn't feel like one of my kids was being kept safe, so I Papa Beared out. And like I told the kids, I'm never going to apologize for defending you guys in the regards of keeping you safe. I cannot, it's the same thing. If my kid was doing wrong, I would punish my kid. If my kid is being, he's within the rules and he's trying to do the right thing, and somebody is trying to hurt him, I'm going to probably Papa Bear out. So, but yeah, it was a fun experience. Because there for a little bit I did think that I was out of the game, and but it was something I don't want to have the feeling of again, because all I could think about was, what's Mr. Murphy and Coach Stinton going to say, so. But it was a good opportunity for me as a coach, but also as our players to understand, we're playing for a bigger purpose, and our emotions, my emotions, the players' emotions, can get tied into one moment, and everything's bigger than that moment. So that's something that I learned, and hopefully they learned and took from that moment in the game.
Last question for you as we get ready for tonight's game. 4-0, how do you not let your team get complacent?
I think it's just having conversations with kids. I really felt like last week, talking to the team, one thing that I probably, reflecting back, that I shouldn't have done, is talked about how we should have beat them pretty soundly from the beginning of the week to the end of the week. And it goes back to, I'm trying to be transparent with the kids, but you're trying to figure out what kind of team you have too. So I felt like, me saying that allowed our kids to kind of come out with a little bit of a lull, and not a little fire, and from here on out, every opponent is going to be really good, and we got to make sure that we're taking care of business. So that, once again, I think just through growth, through myself and through the team, is going to help that.
Your number one ranked Melissa Cardinals are 4-0. They take on the Terrell Tigers tonight. We're getting you ready for the opening kickoff at Coach Kenny Deal Stadium. This is Trey Graham with Coach Matt Nally. You're watching the Melissa Cardinals Network in partnership with the Melissa High School AV Department. We welcome you back live to Coach Kenny Deal Stadium. You just heard our pregame conversation with Coach Matt Nally, getting you ready for tonight's game against the Terrell Tigers. And as we discussed there with Coach Nally, that was a bit of a kerfuffle last week when Matt Nally had a lengthy conversation with the officials in the Crandall game. And Matt Nally said it on our Cardinal Scoreboard show. He said it in that interview. And he said it to me personally, of course, that he felt like one of his players was being endangered because of a penalty that occurred repeatedly in his mind that did not get called for a flag. And so that was the reason for his frustration. And it ended up in a quite heated conversation. And Matt Nally said it on that interview that he will never apologize for defending his players and the safety of his players. And so that is what some of you saw in the stadium in Crandall last week, or some of you saw watching our broadcast when Coach Matt Nally and the referee of last week's game had a quite lengthy conversation. But guess what? All of that's in the past, and we are looking forward to a great game tonight as the Terrell Tigers are in town. And you see a lot of folks down on the field. There's a presentation going on as we speak. These are the coaches' families being introduced here. And so wives and children of the Cardinals coaching staff being introduced down on the field. The Terrell Tigers have left the field. They have finished their pregame warm-ups. The Cardinals are still finishing up their final warm-ups, getting you ready for tonight's game. I'm going to tell you for the first time tonight, I'll mention it a number of times through the broadcast, we would love to hear from you, to hear where you are watching or listening from, who your favorite Cardinal players or students or cheerleaders or band members are. And of course, you can always say go Black Knights as we root for the Army team tomorrow. Our email address, mcnr@melissaisd.org. We love to hear from you. We have folks literally around the world watching us every week. Cardinal fans and family members from around the country and around the world. We would love to hear from you. There's the email address, mcnr@melissaisd.org. We'd love to hear from you. And we have a lot of wonderful sponsors who are bringing us this broadcast tonight. We appreciate all of those great folks who bring us the opportunity in our 16th year on the air to bring you Melissa Cardinals football. And we're going to thank one of our great sponsors right now.
Yeah, the Cardinal fans and Cardinal community is pleased to thank Scott Birmingham, the Senior Vice President with Baird Private Health. He's been a proud sponsor of Melissa Cardinals for a while, a financial partner, and you can discover the Baird difference at bairdifference.com.
Thank you to all of our wonderful sponsors. You'll be hearing from them tonight. They allow us to bring you this broadcast. And I'll invite you and your family to join us at First Melissa this Sunday morning. And we'll talk about that as we go along. FirstMelissa.com to find out more information about our church family. Worship services Sunday mornings 9 a.m. and 10:15 a.m. Again, go to FirstMelissa.com. We have folks already emailing in. We love to hear from you. Tell us where you are in the world and who you are cheering for. That email address, mcnr@melissaisd.org. We mentioned that the Cardinals are 4-0 on the year, 1-0 in the district with that big district opener a week ago, the victory over Crandall. And that was the 18th game in a row in the district that the Cardinals have won. So they are on an 18-game district winning streak. They are also 37-8 in the last 3.5 seasons. So the Cardinals are on a great run, and that was emblematic last week of a big victory over Crandall. Also on the scoreboard last week in games from our district, Princeton defeated Mesquite Poteet 27-21. These Terrell Tigers, our guest tonight, lost to the Lovejoy Leopards 34-20. And Denison defeated Greenville in our district 59-31. And that is how Melissa, Lovejoy, Denison, and Princeton are the 1-0 teams so far in this short district schedule. Another game we were tracking last week, we were interested in it, not in our district, but it's a bunch of our neighbors and friends, and we were watching the Purple People and the Orange People last week. The Anna Coyotes against the Salina Bobcats. Anna went into that game with a 2-game winning streak over Salina, just like Melissa and Terrell played 2 games a year ago, one in the regular season, one in the playoffs. So did Anna and Salina, and Anna won both of those games a year ago. And so we know the Orange People were looking for revenge, and they got that in an overtime victory. Salina 42, Anna 40 in a final settled in overtime a week ago. We also watched the South Oak Cliff Bears defeat Dallas Parish Episcopal big win for Sauk last weekend, 49-14. And as we look at tonight's schedule and this week's schedule, we know that Sauk played last night. They had a Thursday night affair, and it was not close. Dallas Adamson was just knocked in the mouth from the South Oak Cliff Golden Bears, the defending state champions who knocked your Cardinals out of the playoffs a year ago. South Oak Cliff 55, Adamson 0 last night. Also in our district last night, Crandall defeated Mesquite Poteet. So Crandall, who lost to your Cardinals last Friday, came back 6 days later to get in the district win column and defeated Mesquite Poteet 57-35. In our district tonight, Princeton is at Greenville. Denison is at Lovejoy. And of course, the Terrell Tigers tonight here in Melissa, Texas. The Cardinals are leaving the field. They have finished their warm-ups. Down on the field, what you are seeing are the Cardinal cheerleaders and a whole bunch of junior-sized Cardinal cheerleaders. There you are, the Cardinal High School cheerleaders working with and coaching up the youngster versions of Cardinal cheerleaders. And so that's a great opportunity for those young folks to be down there on the field. And I can guarantee you there's about 5,000 iPhones right in the front of all of them, with all the parents and grandparents taking photos of that opportunity for all the young people down there on the field. And that's one of the great things that happens here in Melissa ISD. You'll see that all season long, and really all sports. You'll have a Cardinals varsity basketball game in which they'll bring the little Cardinal junior basketball players onto the court at halftime or in a pregame and introduce them. In soccer and softball, baseball, volleyball, all kinds of sports. It's the opportunity to encourage the next generation of Cardinals. And that's what you see down on the field tonight. This is Trey Graham and Ross Graham. John Graham is here with us as well. And we are here in the booth at Coach Kenny Deal Stadium getting you ready for tonight's district matchup, Terrell and the host Melissa Cardinals. One of the questions we asked last week for our email friends, we're going to ask it again tonight, but there's more data to consider, Ross.
Yes.
We asked a week ago, after the Cowboys beat down the New York Giants 40-0, are the Cowboys really that good?
Yes.
And we said, well, it's only one game.
Mm-hmm.
So what did they do? Beat down the Jets.
The
30
Aaron
to 10.
Rodgers list Jets. The Zach Wilson Jets.
The Zach Wilson Jets are different than the Aaron Rodgers Jets?
I would say so. I think any team's different without one of the best quarterbacks of all time.
Okay, so
their defense is still great, though. The Jets still have a great defense.
It's the city of Dallas 70 and the New York teams 10. So, again, the question for the email friends tonight, not only who's your favorite Cardinal and go Black Knights, but are the Cowboys really this good?
And you know what people are saying now?
What's that?
Not only, so people say the Cowboys have one of the best, if not the best defenses, right?
However,
and that is led by, they are down Trevon Diggs, but who are they led by?
Micah Parsons.
So not only are they saying he won NFL Defensive Player of the Week last week, this past week, not only are they saying is he going to win Defensive Player of the Year, they're saying can he win
League MVP?
League MVP.
Well, for one thing, Aaron Rodgers is not going to win League MVP.
That's true. He's not going to get a fifth one of those.
And Tom Brady's not going to win League MVP. So,
and if Patrick Mahomes loses to the Lions, I don't know if he's going to win it either.
Yeah, I wouldn't bet against old Patrick Mahomes yet.
That's true, but I'm just saying.
So the question is,
can Micah Parsons win MVP?
Well, let's hope so.
If he gets like 4 sacks a game, I mean.
No, that'd be a world record.
That would be a world record,
okay,
but I'm saying.
Because I think Strahan still owns the record. It's around 22 a season.
How good does he have to play, or how good does the Cowboys defense have to play for Micah Parsons to have a legitimate shot at MVP?
Well, if you're Dan Quinn, life's pretty good for you right now.
That's true.
However, you did lose your best corner this week in practice.
That's true.
Trevon Diggs, torn ACL. Cowboys' top defensive back out for the season, unfortunately, after 2 games. So, ladies and gentlemen, there's your questions for tonight. Are the Cowboys really this good? And our old radio friend, Randy Galloway, he would say this is all overreaction time. So, we'll see.
But that's the fun part.
That is the fun part about being a sports fan. We did mention the Black Knights are in action tomorrow against the Syracuse Orange.
You know who played for the Syracuse Orange?
Well,
someone in the stadium.
Oh, really? I was going to say Donovan McNabb.
Yes, someone in the stadium.
Who's that?
Someone you know
Really?
One of the coaches for Melissa.
Really?
Former NFL player as well.
Okay.
Nate Hemsley.
Nate Hemsley is from Syracuse.
He played at Syracuse.
How did I not know that? I was down there talking to Coach Hemsley like 30 minutes ago on the field. Well, I'm really going to have to call him now since the Black Knights and Syracuse play tomorrow. I did not know that. I would have mentioned it.
Yeah,
we were talking about, Melissa football.
His office, he's got like a jersey or those little mini helmets. He's got it all.
Ladies and gentlemen, even I learned things on the Melissa Cardinals Network. We were talking Melissa football and Terrell football. He was pointing out number 20 down there for the Terrell Tigers, and that is Chase Bingman. And Coach Hemsley told us what we already know, and that's their best football player.
He's very good.
But we didn't talk Syracuse and Army. That's interesting. We'll talk about that as we go forward. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the Melissa Cardinals Network here in partnership with our friends at Game On Sports. And we do have a lot of great folks who bring us this broadcast every week. And it is a partnership with all of the different sponsors who bring us this broadcast. We want to say thank you again to all of those businesses and individuals around the Melissa area who have participated in bringing us this broadcast. And we're going to thank another one of our great sponsors. We appreciate all the support they do. And Ross, tell us who our next great sponsor is.
Are you looking for a beautiful RV park getaway? Look no further than Hidden Grove RV Resort. It's located in Honey Grove, Texas. It has very luxurious amenities for your family and for kids and for people of all ages. You can check it out at hiddengroveresort.com or follow them on Facebook and Instagram to book your getaway. That is hiddengroveresort.com. And they say, go Cardinals.
We appreciate all of our sponsors, and there's a great opportunity right there. The drill team for the Terrell Tigers have made their way out onto the field to welcome their team. The Terrell Tigers inflatable tunnel is being set up as we speak, coming out of their visitor locker room. Several of us were here last night, especially the Graham family. We were here last night for a freshman football game against these two teams. Melissa High School freshman team against the Terrell Tigers freshman football team. And the bad news is that game was canceled midway through the first quarter. There were lightning delays, several of them in a row. And as we learned in a varsity game a couple of weeks ago, the way the rules work is if there's a lightning strike within 10 miles, then you must have a 30-minute delay. And if there is another lightning strike, that clock starts all over again. And so after several lightning strikes last night, the Cardinals freshman game, after just a few plays, was canceled. So Terrell drove all the way here, had to fight all the way through the traffic to get to Melissa, Texas last night. We're on the field for about 4 minutes of action and had to head home.
We did get to see, obviously at the freshman level, but we did get to witness some of what Terrell's offense will run. I mean, you get to see it on Huddle, you get to see it. We got to see it last year twice, but obviously at the freshman level, they'll develop into the varsity level. And then we got to see their offense, which is, to the anyone who's been a Cardinal fan for quite a while will realize it's very different than the Cardinals. You'll witness that tonight all throughout the game. The most egregious difference is that they take all but probably 2 seconds off the play clock, whereas the Cardinals take 2 seconds off the play clock in total. So they'll huddle up. They're going to run the wing T offense, and they're going to run the ball a lot. Coach Nally will tell you the same thing. Coach Hemsley will tell you the same thing. They're going to run the ball probably 7 or 8 times in a row. They're going to try to get the defensive back for the Cardinals to fall asleep, if you will, metaphorically speaking. Not really fall asleep, obviously, but they'll try to get the Cardinals to be so used to the rush game. They're going to already have 8 people in the box. They're going to try to get the Cardinals to put everyone in the box. And then after a few runs, you're going to get a bootleg pass. They're going to try to catch the Cardinals defense not paying attention, and then they're going to try to throw for a pass. So from the yardage standpoint, if you look at Terrell's stats versus Lovejoy, they only lost by 2 touchdowns, but their offensive yardage was about 70-30 rush to pass. They're a very run-heavy team. But if you looked at play call, it's probably 95-5, meaning they ran the ball 31 times last game, but they only threw it 6 times. But in those times that they did throw it, they got 90 yards. So what that means is they're not a team that's going to pass the ball a lot, but they're a team that's going to be effective when they do pass the ball. because as they showed against the Leopards, and they're going to try to show against the Cardinals, they're going to try to run the ball 6, 7, 8 times in a row, then they're going to try to catch the defense not looking, and they're going to try to pass the ball. So throughout this game, Cardinal fans will watch. The Terrell Tigers will be in the wing tee. We'll talk about that more later. And then we're going to see them pass the ball every now and then, and they're going to run the wing tee.
We welcome you here into our booth on the 5th floor here in the press box, Coach Kenny Deal Stadium. That's Ross Graham. I'm Trey Graham. It's great to be with you tonight for Friday Night Football. As Ross was just mentioning, the wing tee, you're going to hear that a lot tonight. That is the formation and the style of offense that Coach Sedberry and the Terrell Tigers have been running for a number of years, and it's a strategic decision. It is to use a lot of the game clock. It's to maintain possession of the football, and it is a way to keep the football out of the hands of a fast-paced offense like the Melissa Cardinals. Now you see the mighty Cardinal band down there in their end zone seats wearing their dress uniforms tonight, and you'll get to enjoy their halftime performance in just a little while. And you're seeing the high school choir forming up. They'll be performing the national anthem in just about 8 or 9 minutes. Coach Sedberry is the head coach of the Terrell Tigers, and he has put together a really, really strong program. And we talked about Chase Bingman, their best football player. You're going to hear his name a lot. He's going to run the ball a lot tonight. He ran for 2,093 yards last year on the ground with 30 touchdowns. He also caught 3 touchdown passes, averaging 9 yards a carry. He's a tremendous football player and one that you're going to hear a lot about. He's not that big. He's listed at 5'8", 175, but he's a very, very good football player. The Terrell Tigers finished the season 7-6 overall a year ago, 4-3 in the district. We've already said the Cardinals defeated Terrell in district action, and then in the 3rd round of the playoffs, Cardinals were victorious again. So we're setting you up for tonight's game. This is the Melissa Cardinals Network. Again, let us know you're out there. Tell us who you're rooting for, and tell us if the Cowboys really are that good. The email address, mcnr@melissaisd.org. There you see on your screen. We would love to hear from you. We're going to let the great folks at Game On Sports present you some wonderful information about what they do and about the Melissa Cardinals programming. And then we're going to get you back. We'll introduce you to the starting lineups and the officials and get you ready for the opening kickoff. You are watching the Melissa Cardinals Network. Stay tuned now for some wonderful information from Game On Sports. Good evening and welcome to the Melissa Cardinals Network. This is Trey Graham, Ross Graham, joining you from Coach Kenny Deal Stadium as your Melissa Cardinals host the Terrell Tigers tonight. The 4-0 Cardinals and the 3-1 Tigers getting you ready for an important district matchup. It is a beautiful night, great weather here in Melissa, Texas. The Cardinals and the Tigers have finished their pregame warm-ups. The teams will be coming back out on the field here in just a moment. We are so glad you are spending your Friday evening with us as the #1 ranked team in Class 5A Division II. Your Melissa Cardinals, led by Matt Nally, are 4-0. They are #1 in the state, and they are looking to keep the streak alive. And the Cardinal fans have made their way in, and the Terrell fans across the way who've made the long drive across town are filling in over on the visitor sideline. Remember, this is the first ever season here in Coach Kenny Deal Stadium, our brand new home named after our good friend and former Melissa Athletic Director Kenny Deal. 10,000 seats here in the Deal Auditorium, 6,000 over here on the home side, 4,000 over there on the visitor side. And it is a beautiful new facility, and every team that comes in here for the first time just marvels at the beauty of the place. I was down on the field a little while ago talking with Coach Sedberry, Marvin Sedberry, the leader of the Terrell Tigers, and he was mentioning how beautiful this place is, just as every team does.
Above all else.
Above all else, play with perfect effort.
Above all else, best is the standard.
Above all else, love your brother. Above all else, win.
The Melissa Cardinals to the field. They're wearing the black jerseys, white numerals, white helmets, and white pants tonight as the home team. The Terrell Tigers are in all white jerseys and pants with their red helmets and red numerals. The visiting team, Terrell Tigers, 3-1 on the year, taking on your 4-0 Melissa Cardinals. And we're about to enjoy the national anthem here in the stadium, presented to us by the Melissa High School Band. We are so honored to have you here, the 16th season of the Melissa Cardinals Network, and enjoying another great season in partnership with our friends at Game On Sports. Our producer Ken down the hall pushing all the buttons, all the smart people down there making us sound good and look good, and there's a whole bunch of talented Melissa High School students who are in the replay booth down there and pushing buttons and running cameras and doing all kinds of great things. And we're so glad Randy Crayman of Melissa High School is coaching up the next generation of technical folks. And it is time for the national anthem here in the stadium. You'll get to enjoy the Melissa High School Band. First, we will have the opening prayer by Georgia Ransom.
Honor America with the Melissa High School Choir leading us in our national anthem.
Good evening, everybody. Please bow your heads with me in prayer. Dear Lord, I thank you so much for this beautiful night and the opportunity to be here today. Grant to all athletes, coaches, and fans strength to pursue excellence during this event. I pray for the safety of these athletes, protect them from injury and harm. Help us to remember that we are all your children, no matter what uniform we wear. Thank you for our blessings and privileges and the ability to play for your glory tonight. In Jesus' name, amen.
Excellent performance of the national anthem by the Melissa High School Choir and Georgia Branson on the opening prayer. We welcome you back to the field as the captains for both teams will be making their way to the center of the field. Our referee tonight, the man in the white hat, is Jeff Holt. The umpire is Walt Wilkinson. Head linesman is Michael Clark. The line judge, Jason Aubrey. Back judge, Tony Benson. Field judge, Derek Atchison. And the side judge is Danny Basic. Our officials out of the Dallas chapter tonight. The captains for the Melissa Cardinals, senior defensive lineman number 2, Nigel Smith. Senior defensive lineman and tight end, number 5, Jackson Ford. Senior linebacker, number 7, Gunnar Wilson. And junior offensive lineman, number 78, Owen Hollenbeck. And for the Terrell Tigers, their captains, number 2, Markel Hambrick. Number 4, Lyndon Henderson, their quarterback. Number 20, Chase Bingman, their talented running back. And then Tamayan Ambers, another running back, number 21. Jared Gajardo is also there. So the Terrell Tigers will bring their captains out to the field to talk with our referee, Mr. Holt, right there.
Chase Bingman, number 20.
And Mr. Holt will tell us.
Number 31.
Terrell will toss and receive to start the game.
As you hear from Mr. Holt right there, the Terrell Tigers have won the opening coin toss, chose to receive. They will go on offense first. The Cardinals will have the choice in the second half. So Cardinals defense will be out on the field first. And we are so glad you are with us. And we are ready to bring you the action tonight. Jason Russell leads the offense for the Cardinals. Nate Hemsley leads the defense for your Cardinals. And Coach Matt Nally, in his 5th season as the head football coach, will lead his undefeated team out on the field. And we have our keys to the game that we want to bring to you as halftime gets ready to go. And Ross, share with us.
First thing we're going to talk about is defending the wing tee. As we've already mentioned, it's completely different offense than any other opponent Melissa's played this year, and it's very different, but I know Coach Hemsley has prepared his defense well for that. And like we talked about from past weeks, we're going to want to have the Cardinals be disciplined and just play their game, not overthink anything, and stray away from too many penalties. And then again, just like you would say any week, any game, you want to stay healthy. You want to prepare your team to play well, but also to, in this week, but also to play well in the weeks to come and hopefully all the way to the state. So if we can accomplish those 3 things, then Cardinals will have a great game tonight.
12 minutes on the clock, no score. It's time for football here in Melissa, Texas. The Cardinals kicker, Nick Hernandez, will put it on the tee at his own 40-yard line and kick it short and left and out of bounds. A penalty flag, and the Terrell Tigers will have good field position as they come out on the field for the first offensive drive of the game. Nate Hemsley runs a 3-4 defensive alignment. The D linemen, Nigel Smith, Hayden Solomon, and D.K. Abrams. Linebackers, Gunnar Wilson, Grayson Donahoe, who was our defensive player of the game a week ago, Micah Finan, and Miles O'Neill. And the DBs are Christian Turner, Jake Patusik, Rocky Dunn, and Jared Patusik. See, brothers starting tonight for the Cardinals. 1st and 10 Terrell at their own 35-yard line. No score, first play of the game, and the quarterback for the Tigers, Henderson, is under center, and they're going to run the ball going right and pick up about 3 yards on the play. And that is Chase Bingman. You're going to hear his name a lot tonight. 2nd down and 7. And we've already mentioned it, ladies and gentlemen, but you will notice it a lot tonight. The Terrell Tigers huddle up. They signal in the play call. A receiver runs a play into the huddle, gives the play to the quarterback, who calls it in the huddle. They break the huddle, and there's about 5 on the play clock when they snap the football. There's a reverse out handoff, and it's going to be a 1st down. Nice run up the middle of the field for Markel Hambrick of the Tigers. They're in Cardinal territory, and it's going to be a 1st down. But we do have an injury timeout on the field, and the medical staff will give attention to the player that is down right now. We just were saying that the fast-paced, no-huddle offense by your Cardinals, where they use very little play clock, is very different than the slow down, run the football, and come out of the huddle from the Terrell Tigers. We do thank wonderful sponsors who bring us our broadcasts. Ross?
Redding Concrete is a long-time proud sport of Melissa ISD. They're located right here in Melissa, Texas, and they can service any commercial concrete need. Call them at 972-547-6100. That's 972-547-6100, or visit their website at www.reddingconcrete.com. Go Cardinals.
Thank you to Redden Concrete and our injured player making his way off the field. So it's going to be first down and 10 Terrell as we resume play in Cardinal territory at the Melissa 45-yard line. This is Trey Graham and Ross Graham. And we're joining you here at Coach Kenny Deal Stadium, and we are so glad you are spending your Friday evening with us. Here comes the wing T formation. Split receivers to both sides. Hand the ball to Bingman, who goes nowhere. Runs right into the arms of the Cardinals' DK Abrams. Peanut with the tackle. Loss of a yard. Bingman ran for over 2,000 yards last season and had 30 touchdowns on the ground a year ago.
Second and 11.
The Tigers in the huddle. It'll be second down 11. We are a minute and a half into this scoreless first quarter. Reverse out and give it to the lead back, Hambrick. And it's no gain on the play. We'll bring up third down. We'll call it 12 now, which is not the style of offense or the way that the Tigers want the change to be. They are very much the 3 yards in a cloud of dust. As Ross mentioned, they ran the ball 31 times a week ago and threw it only 6 times.
6 completions.
6 completions.
10 attempts, 6 completions, but yes. You know who runs this kind of offense?
Go Black Knights.
Go Black Knights.
Very good. All right. Break the huddle, come to the line of scrimmage, and Lyndon Henderson under center, but we're going to have a timeout called by the Terrell Tigers. 2.5 minutes into this game, which is going to give us the chance to remind you of the other games in our district tonight that we will be tracking, following along with scores. There are 8 teams in our district. The top 4 will make the playoffs. Remember, non-district games have nothing to do with your playoff seeding. Only the district games do. And because there are 8 teams, you have 7 opponents. You play 7 district games. This is the second one of the year for the Cardinals. And one of our district mates' games was last night, and that was Crandall defeating Mesquite Poteet. So tonight, early on, Greenville leads Princeton 7-0. And Lovejoy leads Denison 7-0. Those are the other 2 games in our district tonight that we'll be tracking, as well as, of course, your Melissa Cardinals hosting the Terrell Tigers. Here comes a third down and 12 play after the Terrell timeout. Henderson under center. Wing T formation, full house backfield, toss sweep. Bingman's going to throw the halfback pass down the right sideline, and he's going to throw it out of bounds, incomplete. Good coverage on the play there for the Cardinals by Christian Turner, and it's going to bring up fourth down and long, and Coach Sedberry sends out the punt unit.
Christian Turner has been a new addition to the Cardinals defense this year, but so far, especially last week, so far he's played great coverage, as we'll see on this replay right here. He wasn't fooled by the trick play of the Terrell Tigers, and he's so far on every possession I've seen had great clean contact, stayed next to the receiver, and played defensive back as well as you could possibly ask.
Terrell Tigers will send their punt game out, and Juan Abudis is. We thank Wellington Electric for being our first quarter replay sponsor. It's fourth down and 12, but we're going to have a false start penalty. We'll back him up to 4th and 17.
we want to thank Wellet Electricity for our first quarter replays.
4th and 17 coming up. There's the snap back. The Tigers will punt the football, and Christian Turner blocks it. So the Cardinals are going to get outstanding field position. They force a punt on the first drive, and there is big number 4. DB senior number 4, Christian Turner, with the punt block. And here's a Wellet Electric sponsor. Replay right here. Great effort from the kicker's left side, came right in and knocked it away. Great job not making contact with the punter. And with that punt block, Cardinals will take over at the plus 35-yard line. 9:16 to go in the first quarter. No score. Cardinals start out 4-man bunch to the short side. And now they're going to change formations. Split wide right is Cody Scanlon. And now Jackson Ford at the tight end spot. They're going to hand the ball to Nate Adejokin on the first play of the game and run it forward for a gain of about 6 on the carry. Your starting offensive line for the Cardinals, the big fellas up front. We'll give you those after the play. Hand the ball to Nate Adejokin, and he makes a nice run, and he's going to pick up a first down. Now we'll give you those starting offensive linemen for the Melissa Cardinals. Coach Jason Russell, their offensive coordinator, is that's left tackle Ryder Slayton, left guard Jake Brown, center is DeMondre Tasby, the right guard is Owen Hollenbeck, and the right tackle is Grayson Spann. Adejokin with another carry and a gain of 3 on the play. And the receivers for the Cardinals are Carson Maynard, Lincoln Dunn, Jacob Nye, and Cody Scanlon in action tonight. And we're going to have as Mr. Holt just told us, an injury timeout. So that'll give us a chance to read some of the emails folks are sending in to our email address, mcnr@melissaisd.org. Our friends Leslie Reddick Farrell, Michael Farrell down there in Victoria, Texas, as they join us every week. Says Cardinal band looks sharp. Melissa has a wonderful coaching staff. They say beat Terrell, go Black Knights. And they enjoyed the pregame interview with Coach Matt Nally. All right, after the injury timeout, we'll reset the offense here. 2nd down 7. Cardinals at the 16 of the Tigers. Give to Nate Adejokin again, makes a man miss. 10-5, touchdown Cardinals. Touchdown Nate Adejokin from 16 yards out. Nate Adejokin's 7th touchdown run of the season. He said his preseason goal was to have 20 rushing touchdowns, and there's 7 right there.
That would be Nate Adejokin, leading rusher in all of 5A in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So he's had a great season, and he just added on to his total right there as he got the carry on every play of that last drive.
He came in with 661 yards rushing in the first 4 games. And here comes the left-footed kicker, Sham McGregor, for the Cardinals. Carson Maynard is the holder. Our score is 6-0. And there's the snap. There's the kick. It is up. And it is good. Cardinals lead 7-0. A 35-yard touchdown drive after the blocked punt. And here's the replay, brought to us by Welliot Electric. And the ball off. There's a great block there by Jackson Ford and by Owen Hollenbeck. And Nate Adejokin's 7th touchdown of the season. The Cardinals are on the scoreboard first. Melissa 7, Tigers 0.
We mentioned that the Terrell Tigers offense is completely opposite of the Cardinals, but their defense is also opposite in a sense. They run a 4-3, the Cardinals run a 3-4. So the Terrell Tigers have 4 defensive linemen up front, 3 linebackers, as opposed to the Cardinals, who generally have 3 defensive linemen and 4 linebackers. So throughout this whole game, the Cardinals offense and Cardinals defense will be, in a sense, different and in a sense similar to the Terrell Tigers. But it'll be interesting to watch, and 2 very good ball clubs with different schemes, different styles of offense and defense, which is always fun to watch.
Beth and Rich Flatley in Illinois say they are cheering on Rebecca and Marissa and their big sister Alexis, a sophomore on the flag corps. This is going to be a short kick, fair caught by the Tigers. They'll take over possession with 8 minutes to go in the first quarter. One more look here. There's the end zone camera, and Nate Adejokin running right into your living room there. Thanks again to Well Eat Electric for bringing us that replay, and great camera work there by our camera crew. Sally Green in Georgetown, Texas says, good luck Cardinals and go Carson Maynard. So thanks again for all the folks emailing in. Love to hear from you. First down and 10, Tigers at their own 29-yard line. Ball on the right hash. Wing T offense with one receiver. And they're going to run a little reverse play, a little belly play, and it's going to be a loss of yardage.
Nigel Smith on that tackle for loss. Looking to end up losing 4 yards on 3 yards on that play. They had to spot the ball. 3-yard loss for the Tigers.
Second down and 13. Ball now at the 26. There's your O-line having a chat over there with Coach Rosh and getting everything ready to go. There's big number 61 right there. That's Alejandro Luna that was right there in your shot. Second down, 13 coming up. Split left, wing T. The ball's on the ground. There's a scramble for the football. And the Cardinals, of course, think they have it. We'll wait for referee Jeff Holt to give us a signal, and the Cardinals do have it. So the first offensive drive of the night for the Tigers, there's a blocked punt. And on the second drive of the night, there's a forced fumble and a turnover. And the ball was on the ground, out of trouble with the snap. And the Cardinals are scrambling for it. There's Nigel Smith down there at the bottom of the pile. And turnover. Cardinals will take over again with great field position. First drive started at the Tiger 35. This one starts at the Tiger 25. Also, Grayson Donahoe was there at the bottom of that pile as well. All right, Trevor Ham, the quarterback for your Cardinals, who has thrown for 15 touchdown passes in the first 4 games of the year, leads the offense. 2 receivers left, 1 right, and the Cardinals have a little bit of substitution issues, and they're going to call a timeout. And 7 minutes to go, first quarter. Cardinals' second drive of the night. And we're going to thank another one of our wonderful sponsors who bring us Melissa Cardinals football here on the Melissa Cardinals Network.
Hey Melissa Cardinals fans, are you looking for the ultimate game day experience? Look no further than the Dugout Sports Grill located at the Z-Plex. Come and watch football games at any of our 16 TV screens while savoring mouth-watering food of all varieties. Visit us today at the Dugout Sports Grill and elevate your sports night out with amazing food and drink. Check out dugoutsportsgrill.com and follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
And make sure you join us for dinner on Monday evenings, 5:30 p.m. We film the Cardinal Scoreboard Show. Matt Nally and I visit and we interview the players of the week. Make sure you subscribe to Melissa ISD on YouTube, and you can watch each week the Cardinal Scoreboard Show. After the timeout on first down, Trevor Ham's going to throw a post route into the end zone. Wide open. It's going to be touchdown Cardinals. Touchdown Cardinals, and there he is, Carson Maynard with the catch. One play drive, 25-yard touchdown pass from senior quarterback Trevor Ham to senior wide receiver Carson Maynard. And your Cardinals lead 13-0 halfway through this first quarter. And Sham McGregor comes in for the PAT attempt for the second time. And the man who caught the touchdown pass, Maynard, now the holder for the lefty. And the kick is up, and it is good. Cardinals lead 14-0. And Ross Graham, we have this theory about the kicker and his shoes. Thanks to Hollis Texas Style Barbecue for bringing us our extra points tonight. And here's the replay of the touchdown pass. Well Eat Electric brings it to us. The little bobble with the snap. Ham kept his cool through a post route, just able to keep his feet in bounds. Nice job, Carson Maynard. Touchdown, Cardinals. So for the kicker's shoes, what's the theory right now?
Yeah, I didn't notice that. I was going to say something, but I was waiting for the right time. We had mentioned that Mr. Sham wears his orange shoes at home games and white or black shoes at away games. However, we have an issue. He is wearing white shoes tonight. Maybe the orange ones are dirty. Maybe there's no pattern at all. Maybe it's just whatever he grabs out of his locker. But yes, we do have our theory is over. Our streak is over. He's not wearing orange shoes tonight. He's wearing white shoes. So our data is
It's
no longer
skewed.
it's skewed.
Yeah.
So is it an outlier, or is our trend incorrect? I mean,
we need more data.
we do need more data. So we have 3 more home games after this. We'll see what happens. But so far, right now, we can no longer make the claim that bright orange shoes are always the home team shoes for Mr. Sham.
All right. Nick Hernandez puts the ball on the tee at his 40-yard line. Cardinals up by 2 touchdowns. And it's going to be another short kick and another fair catch by the Tigers at their own 27-yard line. And Coach Sedberry's team in the red and white, down by 14, will take over on offense. And they've had their first drive in a blocked punt, the second drive in a fumble. Cardinals have a touchdown run from Nate Adejokin and a touchdown reception by Carson Maynard. 14-0 Cardinals.
Now, people who have watched a lot of teams at huddle, this Terrell Tigers huddle is a little bit different. A lot of times, you'll have the receiver get the play call from the coach and run directly into the huddle, to say the play to the quarterback, and then go out. But this one, there's like an intermediate step. The quarterback is outside the huddle, and then the quarterback goes to the huddle, and then they call the play, and then they snap the ball. So it's a little bit different.
3 wide receivers here, only 1 back, but they do give it to that back straight up the middle, and he's going to make a man miss in the hole and get a positive gain for the Tigers. That is Ambers on the carry, and it's going to be first down Tigers at the 46-yard line. Their best offensive play of the night. Spread out the Cardinals D with 3 receivers. They still ran it up the gut, and it was a positive gain for the Tigers and a first down. That tackle was by Miles O'Neill, Cardinals linebacker. Ball in the left hash, wing T, 1 receiver this time. Again, reverse out, hand the ball off, and gain of nothing there for the Cardinals. Hayden Solomon along with Jason Adenobi. We're approaching the halfway mark of the 12 minutes in this first stanza. You are joining us on the Melissa Cardinals Network. 4-0 Melissa, 3-1 Terrell. Second down and 10. Again, wing T formation. 1 receiver, and he's going to fake the handoff, throw the post route down the middle of the field. It's going to be a grab. There's contact. That was Christian Turner on the coverage, and that was Malachi Livingston, the intended receiver. And Terrell fans believe the contact was a little bit early. We'll wait for Mr. Holt to give us his opinion. There's Mr. Holt.
Pass interference on the defense, number 4, 15-yard penalty from the previous spot, automatic first down.
So here is our replay. Waleed Electric brings it to us. There it is. Play action pass. And Henderson, that is. I'm sorry. Henderson throws that ball downfield for Livingston. And they say Christian Turner got there just a little early. 15-yard penalty, and the Terrell drive continues. They're at the Cardinal 39-yard line. And they're going to go toss sweep and a cutback and a positive play, about 2 on that carry for the Terrell Tigers.
Christian Turner on that tackle. And if you go back to the previous play, that was one of those times where I told you they're going to run the ball several times, and then they're going to try to get the Cardinals defense to fall asleep by passing it. And Tigers were fortunate on that play because Nigel was right there. He was in the backfield. He just barely missed a sack. So that was a great play by Henderson at their quarterback spot to evade that sack, step up in the pocket, and then look for Livingston. And fortunately for the Tigers, they were able to get a defensive pass interference.
Second down 8. And again, toss sweep. And there goes Peanut with the tackle for loss. D.K. Abrams takes him down back at the 43-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 14 for Coach Sedberry and the Tigers. Here is a replay of this. They ran toss sweep, and Bingman decided to cut back, and Peanut says no mas. Loss on the play. 3rd down 14 coming up as we are under 5 minutes to go first quarter.
This can be a shotgun formation.
First time we've seen Henderson in that 4 receivers. Looks like the Cardinals offense. But yet they're going to run the football anyway. And gain of 3 will make it 4th and 11. Field goal from here would be over 50 yards. And somebody there's going to have to pick up the shoes. Donahoe's got to get the red shoes back on. 4th down 11. Field goal way out of range here for the Tigers. Too close to punt. So Coach Sedberry keeps the base offense out there on 4th and 11 as we hit the 4-minute mark. Here comes Lyndon Henderson in the shotgun. 2 receivers to each side. Straight drop back. Has pressure from Nigel. Throws it out there to Bingman, who's not able to bring it in. Incomplete pass. Ball goes over on downs. And the Cardinals offense will come back out, leading 14-0. Nigel Smith with pressure.
So far, the Cardinals defense has executed their game plan perfectly, and the Tigers have not been able to have much success so far offensively.
Here's that 4th down attempt. There's the pressure from Nigel. Made him throw it quickly. Bingman couldn't bring it in. Incomplete pass. Cardinals take over at their own 40-yard line. They send Carson Maynard split left. 2 receivers to the right. Trevor Ham in the shotgun. And they take the snap and give it to Nate Adejokin, who makes a cut in the hole. And he's going to take it for a gain of 8 yards. We've told you that Nate has a season goal of 20 rushing touchdowns. He has number 7 on the year tonight. He has a rushing goal of 2,000 yards. He's about at 700 so far. And here's another carry for Mr. Adejokin. He takes it to the plus side of the field, and it's going to be 1st down Cardinals at the 48 of the Tigers.
Connor Betts will check in at running back.
Kimberly Davidson sends a shout out to her husband, Chief Kelly Davidson, the Melissa ISD police chief. So hello to Mrs. Davidson. 1st down and 10. And Ham's going to throw the post route, and it's going to be caught. Great downfield grab there by Jacob Nye. And he's going to take it to the 23-yard line.
There was a flag on the play near the linebackers. We'll see what this call is. Might be an eligible man downfield.
Notable player downfield on the offense, number 63. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay 1st down.
Nice catch there, Ross Graham. Wipe out that 25-yard throw and catch, and it's going to make it 1st down and 15 for the Cardinals offense.
That's one of the hardest parts about having a RPO or run pass option. The linemen don't necessarily know if it's going to be a run or a pass, so if the pass isn't thrown quick enough, they're going to move downfield as if they're run blocking, and you sometimes get situations like that. All linemen can't go too far down the field before the ball's thrown.
1st and 15. Jackson Ford goes in motion, makes it a 4-receiver side, and there is the catch, and good defensive play there by the Terrell Tigers. Going to limit that to about a 3-yard gain.
That was Carson Maynard on that catch.
We'll bring up 2nd down and about 11, just at the midfield stripe in the big Cardinal M logo. 2 minutes remaining, 1st quarter. 2 receivers left, 1 right, and give the ball to Nate Adejokin, who has a breakaway at the 30, at the 20, 10, 5, touchdown Cardinals. Touchdown Nate Adejokin, his 2nd of the night, his 8th on the year, and the Cardinals are throwing it down right now. They lead 20-0 here in the 1st quarter.
You'll see on that replay the deep safety for the Tigers blitzed, trying to stop the quarterback or the running back in the backfield, but his change of motion, he had bad positioning, and Nate was able to go right around him, and he might not have scored that touchdown had the Tiger safety not blitzed. So great play call, great job by Nate to avoid the tackler, and 2nd touchdown of the night.
Here's the man in the white shoes, Sham McGregor. His left-footed PAT is up and good. Cardinals lead 21-0. We haven't completed one stanza. They already have 3 touchdowns. Thanks to Hollis Barbecue for bringing us our extra point. Here is another replay by Wellington Electric. And here is the great downfield blocking for the Cardinals. And there's Nate Adejokin with the speed, part of that state championship 4x100 track team. And DeMondre Tasby with one of those great blocks by the O-line, setting Nate up, touchdown, Cardinals. We have 1:50 to go in the first quarter, and Nate Atajokin already has 96 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns in one stanza.
It's pretty impressive.
Brett Wiggins cheering on from Palmetto, Florida. Brett and Tracy email in, cheering on Trevor Ham. And they say they're going to be coming to Melissa, Texas on October 21, and they want to see the brand new stadium. So we'll say in advance, welcome to Melissa, to Brett and Tracy Wiggins, who are watching tonight from Florida. And Nick Hernandez has the ball fall off the tee. The Rocky Dunn family watching in California. Norris and Tori Whitmore are the grandparents of Lincoln Dunn and Rocky Dunn, and they're cheering on the Cardinals in Santa Clarita, California.
It is a bit windy tonight, so we'll see how that affects the game. Probably not too much, but as we saw there, the ball did fall off the tee.
Hernandez's kickoff is going into the wind right now. It's going to be deep kick, and even though it's going into the wind, it's going to go into the end zone for a touchback, and the Tigers will take over at the 25-yard line. At the end of the first quarter, we're going to ask our own official to come get on the mic in a few minutes, and we're going to talk about the abundance of penalties we've seen in the first games, and we're going to get the people in the stripes to tell us what they think about this, because the fans don't like it, just so everybody knows that. We'll see what Steve Gerard, our own official, was going to talk to us about that at the end of this quarter. And we're going to thank one of our sponsors.
For all of your home construction needs, use Morales Custom Homes, an honest and trustworthy company who's committed to giving you the experience you deserve. Call 806-626-2045.
On the first play of this drive, the snap is fumbled, and the Tigers have to fall on it. They're going to lose yardage, but they retain possession. It'll bring up 2nd down 11 as we have 90 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Cardinals lead 21-0. 2 touchdown runs by Nate Atajokin and a touchdown pass from Trevor Ham to Carson Maynard. We do play the longest distance viewer award. We'd love to hear where you are. We've got Florida and California and Oregon. Let's see where the longest distance viewer is coming from tonight. Here's a 2nd down 11. And reverse out, toss the ball to Bingman, tries to turn the corner to the right side, and he's going to have a nice run out past the 30-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd and short for the Tigers.
Miles O'Neill on the tackle.
3rd down 2 coming up. Bingman on the carry. And O'Neill on the tackle.
Antoine Dillon and Alex Ruiz, Colin Craig have all checked in the game so far. Hudson Zufelt as well.
3rd down 2, wing T under center, and give it to the lead back, and he goes right back to the line of scrimmage. Ambers on that carry, but they say he got enough for a new set of downs at the 35 for the Tigers.
Micah Finan and Colin Craig at the linebacker spot on that tackle.
They do not have to run another play. Let's see what they choose to do here with the last 7 seconds of the first quarter. And the clock is going to expire. So at the end of one stanza, your Cardinals lead the Terrell Tigers 21-0. And ladies and gentlemen, let's give a warm Cardinals welcome here in just a moment. We're going to have a special presentation at the end of this quarter. We're going to get to meet the student councils of both Melissa High School and Terrell High School. So we're going to ask you to give your attention to the field in just a moment. And so as we wait for this ceremony to begin, we'll welcome our official, Steve Gerard, man who wears stripes some nights of your life. Last week, 21 penalties in the victory over Crandall. What's going on? Why so many flags?
The white hat that was calling that game, and as the officials, they have their own teams. It's quick to learn which ones might be a little more flag happy than the other ones. This is a new. I know that this team the official team, I guess I should say, they actually have never worked a Melissa game before, and I think that was the first time that they've ever worked with Crandall. And that they do a lot more of the private schools, and so it just kind of depends on what their tendencies are as to how many penalties they're going to call.
All right, we're going to start the second quarter, and the Tigers are going to throw the football, rolling right, setting up, throwing it deep, got a man wide open, catches it at the 35, 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown Tigers. They get on the scoreboard, and that is Ambers who catches the Cardinals defense asleep, and they take it to the house. A 65-yard touchdown pass, and the Tigers are on the scoreboard, and they left Ambers all alone, and he took it into the end zone. Touchdown Tigers. Coming on for the PAT, the Tigers will try to put their 7th point on the board. Abundis with the kick. It is up, and it is good. As we were saying a moment ago, there was a delegation of the student councils of Melissa High School and Terrell High School. There was a gift exchange, and so thank you to the student councils and their hard work. And here's that touchdown pass from Henderson to Ambers. Got behind the Cardinals D all alone, brought it in, and took it to the house.
You know, on the last series where they went 4 and out, the same slot receiver was wide open in the middle of the field. So there's got to be a breakdown in the defense that we need to adjust and fix that quickly.
So we'll ask you one more question, sir. The coaches not only have to scout the other team and adjust to the other team, they have to adjust to the way the officials are calling a game.
That is 100% correct. Just from watching this game tonight, I think we've only had 2 penalties, one on the kickoff, and then a pass interference, a defensive pass interference call. A lot of the things that we're seeing on the line of scrimmage, maybe the Cardinals have cleaned it up, but so far, 1 penalty is good. That means they're going to let them play, but if it's a big play that's going to come down the pipe, they're going to make sure to be all on top of that.
Thanks for your help, Mr. Steve Gerard, our officiating expert here on the Melissa Cardinals Network. After the Terrell Tigers timeout, or touchdown that is, it's 7 points on the board for Terrell. Cardinals lead 21-7, and the Terrell Tigers will be kicking the football off into the wind. Cardinals leading 21-7 early in the second stanza. And let's see if we get the short pooch kick here. And we do, and it'll be taken by the Cardinals at the 29. No fair catch up the right sideline and out past the 35-yard line. Good field position for the Cardinals. The shutout is over, but the Cardinals lead 21-7. You're watching the Melissa Cardinals Network. Trey Graham, Ross Graham, John Graham, and one of our officiating advisors, Steve Gerard, here in the booth with us right now. Dennis and Linda Hamilton are in Pendleton, Oregon. The grandparents of Coach Ryan Hamilton, Coach Casey Hamilton, and Carissa Cooley, their cousin, is here as well. And so we have great folks in the state of Oregon watching. First down and 10 Cardinals. And Lincoln Dunn goes in motion. Trevor Ham takes the snap, gives it to Nate Adejokin, and he pushes it out over the left side to the 46-yard line. Gain of 9, taking Nate over 100 yards on the game. And there's the Cardinals D on the sidelines there. There's Gunnar Wilson, number 7, right there in the middle of the picture. There was Miles O'Neill, 42 as well. Give this one to Nate Adejokin, and he's going to have a first down. A tough run out to the 40-yard line. 14 on that gain, and it's the Nate Adejokin show so far tonight.
We got to talk to Coach Nally about Nate. He says a lot of people underappreciate and underrate his speed.
He's going to hand the ball off now, has a huge hole to the right side, and he's going to pick up another 9 on that carry. And it's the Nate Adejokin Gasham offense so far right now here in the first half.
You and Coach Nally were also giving him pro comparisons.
We did. We had a chat during the Cardinal Scoreboard show last Monday evening, and Coach Nally compared his running style to Adrian Peterson, former Boomer Sooner. I compared him to Eric Dickerson, former SMU Mustang. Throw it out to the left side. It's going to be caught. And a nice throw and catch. Kennedy Brantley on his first catch of the night. He's going to have a first down to the 23-yard line.
Either way, I would say that's a very, very high praise to be compared to either one of those men.
Two all-time greats, that's for sure. First down Cardinals, no huddle, quickly to the line of scrimmage at the 23 of the Tigers. Ball in the left hash, trips to the short side. Tight end Jackson Ford goes in motion, but we're going to have a timeout called by the Cardinals. Their second, as Mr. Holt tells us, with 10:04 to go in the second quarter. Cardinals lead 21-7, and we're going to check our local scores of games right after Ross tells us about our next sponsor.
George James Realty is your Melissa hometown realtor. For the past 30 years, George has been proud to call Melissa home. He's won several awards and has been ranked as one of the top realtors in the DFW area. More importantly, he has helped many of your friends and neighbors find their home in our wonderful community. Call or text George at 214-536-9994. That's 214-536-9994.
In the early second quarter, Lovejoy is all over Denison, 27-0 early second quarter there. And Greenville leads Princeton 20-7 early second quarter there. First down after the timeout. Why not? Give it to Nate Adejokin. Again, another great block downfield, and he's going to pick up another 9 yards. Great job by the O-line tonight for the Cardinals, opening big holes for senior number 3 Adejokin. 2nd and 1 from the 14-yard line. Cardinals have the wind at their back. They are in field goal range if needed. That great block, Jake Brown pulled on that play to lead the attack. Great block there. They're going to fake it to Adejokin, throw the slant. It's going to be caught. Touchdown Cardinals. Touchdown Carson Maynard. And his second touchdown catch of the night. And the Cardinals lead 27-7.
The Cardinals are making this look easy tonight. So far, the passing game and rushing game have both been very effective.
Here's the replay of that touchdown pass from Ham to Maynard. Thanks to the golf cart guy for bringing us our second quarter replays. And ladies and gentlemen, do not adjust your set. That light show's going on here in the stadium. So that's part of the great features we have here at Coach Kenny Deal Stadium. Maynard, the holder. The kick is up and good, and it is 28-7. Thanks to Hollis Texas Style Barbecue for bringing us our extra points. We've got lots of emails to read, as we'll get to them as we have time. The email address, mcnr@melissaisd.org, mcnr@melissaisd.org. And we'll take one more look at the touchdown pass, thanks to the golf cart guy. Fake it to Adejokin, throw the slant route. Good catch there, Maynard. Touchdown Cardinals. We told you the state of Oregon just emailed in, and now the state of Washington does. Jim and Gwen Benson, our regular viewers out there in the state of Washington. Kirk Jack says, good evening, go Cardinals, go Black Knights, and Boomer Sooner. So hello to Kirk Jack. Coach Barry Russell, that's Coach Russell Sr., parents of Jason Russell, the Cardinals offensive coordinator. Barry and Jill cheering on Coach Jason Russell and the Cardinals. They say, go Cardinals, go Cowboys, go Black Knights. And he says losing Diggs is a huge loss for the Cowboys.
That's a very fair assessment. He does lead the league in interceptions over the past 3 or 4 years. I don't know the exact number, but he is a very talented corner that leads the league in interceptions. So losing him is going to be a loss to any team.
This kick with the wind at his back, Hernandez will send it into the end zone for a touchback. Come out to the 25-yard line. Shelly Everhart cheering on Carson Maynard, who just caught that touchdown pass. Shelly and Nolan are in Florida. So thank you for watching tonight. So we're going to have get the globe out and the protractor and then the string and measure all these things. People in Washington and Oregon and the state of Washington and in California. We're going to have to see who the long distance viewer winner is going to be. For which you win? Nothing. All right, wing T offense, first down from the 25-yard line, and reverse out, hand the ball off, and there is the handoff to Ambers, who has the touchdown catch, and he'll meander for a 4-yard gain.
Tackled there by Nigel Smith and Miles O'Neill. Jacob Wasserman has checked in at the defensive line spot.
Clock rolling, approaching 9 minutes to go until halftime. Stick around at halftime. You'll get to see the performance of the mighty Cardinal Band.
Logan Diamore is also in that nose guard right now.
Second down and we'll call it 6. Rolling left, throw the ball left, and throwing over the head of everybody. That pass from Henderson is incomplete. And it will be third down and 6. All right, Coach Russell Sr., you didn't tell us if you were in Midland or in vacation territory as you were last time, but nevertheless, how good are the Cowboys, Coach Russell Sr.? Are they this good? 70-10, 2 games good? We'll ask Coach Russell Sr. to give us his opinion because he is a Hall of Fame coach on the baseball side. Third down and 6. Rolling right is Henderson. He's going to set up, throw the football, and he's going to have a nice throw and a catch and a first down for the Tigers. Threw it over the top there, caught by Hambrick, and he's going to take it to the Tiger 41-yard line for a first down.
So far, the Tigers have found some success with that bootleg play whenever they've had long third downs.
First down quickly to the line of scrimmage, at least for the Tigers. At the 41, first down, split left, wing right, and they're going to throw the football again, rolling left, setting up, throwing across the middle. This is going to be picked off by the Cardinals at the 40, and the return is backed by Landon Brando. A late flag comes in. The Cardinals are going to have excellent field position on the turnover, and that is what you call, the officials will tell us, a post-possession foul. Cardinals already had the football when that yellow hanky was thrown. So let's see where the ball's going to be spotted. But Landon Brando, number 0, senior linebacker, with an interception and a nice return. And the ball will be spotted around the 33 of the Tigers. But Mr. Holt.
Onside block on the return team, number 33, 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down, Melissa.
That's a big walk-off. Here is the replay, brought to us by the golf cart guy. Rolling left was Henderson, sets his feet, throws it back across the middle of the field, which quarterbacks are taught not to do. Brando with the interception and the nice return, but the penalty is going to take them all the way back to the 44. That's a 23-yard loss of field position because of the penalty flag. First down, Cardinals, trips right to the short side. Trevor Ham has senior running backs, 100-yard rusher tonight. Adejokin next to him. Motion man, Lincoln Dunn. There is the snap. And Ham straight drop back, throws it right down the seam for the big fella, Jackson Ford, with the catch at the 30. At the 20, stiff arms the man. He'll take it all the way down to the 16-yard line. 40 yards on the throw and catch to Jackson Ford, the big fella, future Oregon Duck. Cardinals quickly to the line of scrimmage, leading by 3 touchdowns. Tyler Montgomery is checked in at the receiver spot. Ham takes the snap, fakes to Adejokin, throws it out to Lincoln Dunn, who one-on-one, and he's going to make a man miss and dive for the pylon, be pushed out of bounds at the 2. We'll spot him at the 1-yard line, first and goal. 14-yard gain. Spot him at the 1-yard line. Let's see if the Cardinals bring in the jumbo package. They stay with the base offense. And 2 receivers right. Give it to Adejokin. Fake it to Adejokin, that is, and throw it over to Jackson Ford for an easy throw and catch. Ham to Ford from 1 yard out. And Trevor Ham's got a night going, and your Cardinals put 6 more on the board, 34-7 midway through the second quarter. There's that light show again. And coming out of the swinging gate, and Sham McGregor, the kicker, will come back for another PAT. You had the little guy, Lincoln Dunn, running a bit of a screenplay for the big fella, Jackson Ford. There's Shams' kick is up and good. Cardinals lead 35-7. Hollis Texas Style Barbecue bringing us our extra points. And your Cardinals lead by 28.
The Cardinals have gotten everything they could have wanted on the offensive side. Rushing and passing, they haven't had any trouble so far. And on the defensive side, they've been absolutely dominant.
Here's the replay brought to us by the golf cart guy. Fake it to add a joke in. The defense sags in there. Throw an easy throw and catch there to the big fella. Oregon Duck commitment, Jackson Ford. The Zoofelts are checking in from California, cheering on all the Cardinals, especially their favorite player, number 20. That would, of course, be junior Hudson Zoofelt. They say they sure enjoy the broadcast team and can't wait to visit the new stadium in November. So we'll say welcome to Texas, to the Zoofelts. And guess what? It ain't California here in Texas, just so you know. All right, 7:40 to go in the first half, and with the wind at his back, Hernandez will kick it deep, taken at the 5-yard line, coming up the right hash at the 15, trying to turn the corner, and the Cardinals kick coverage unit does a nice job and strings them out, and the Tigers will have a long field in front of them. Fayola Hanna checks in, cheering for the Cardinals, so thank you for letting us know. And we have 7.5 minutes to go until halftime. And that special ceremony that I mentioned to you for the student councils will actually be delayed just a bit from when I was describing it to you earlier. They're going to do that at halftime. So we'll tell you about that again when we get closer to it. First down and 10, hand the ball off to the Tigers, and that's Bingman who picks up 2 yards on the carry. All right, Coach Russell Sr. checks in. They are in beautiful downtown Midland, Texas, and he says if Micah Parsons stays healthy and Dak doesn't throw interceptions, the Cowboys have a chance to play deep into the playoffs.
Deep in the playoffs.
That's what he says.
Okay.
Second down and 8, and another short gain for the Tigers out to the 20-yard line. 7 minutes to go until halftime. Cardinals leading 35-7. Trey Graham, Ross Graham, John Graham joining you here on the Melissa Cardinals Network. Thanks to those who are emailing in. mcnr@melissaisd.org. On third down 7, reverse out, hand the ball going left, and picking up a first down is Travion Roberts with a new set of downs for the Tigers.
Jared Patusik on that tackle, tripped him up by the shoelaces.
Spotted at the 29. Tigers down by 28 are hurrying up the pace. They're not throwing much, but they are trying to run fast plays, and that was Bingman who gets strung out there. And that was Gunnar Wilson forcing him out. Colin Craig there as well. And Nigel Smith part of that play. And it's going to be a loss of a yard as they push him out of bounds at the 28.
That's very good speed for a defensive end to be able to track down a running back all the way from the other defensive end spot all the way to the opposite sideline. So great speed shown there by Nigel and Gunnar.
Well, and Christian Turner was there as well, doing what the coaches say about containment on the edge. So that was a good defensive play for the Cardinals. Trips left and hand the ball going straight up the middle and going nowhere. That was Peanut in there. Nigel was in there. Colin Craig was in there. And the Cardinals are going to force another 4th and long.
The Tigers cannot afford to keep getting into long 3rd and 4th down plays because as their offense works primarily, they need to get short yardage plays every time. They don't do their best offensively whenever they're happening to go to the shotgun. So if the Tigers want to find offensive success, they're going to need to be able to get ahead of the chains rather than behind them. But from the Cardinal standpoint, they're absolutely dominating the line of scrimmage on both sides, forcing these long 3rd downs and putting Terrell in a really uncomfortable situation.
3rd and 12, toss sweep going left and going nowhere. And guess who blew up that play? Micah Finan, senior linebacker number 33, said no mas. And it now going to bring up 4th and long. And here comes the punt team for the Tigers, who will be kicking into a strong wind. 4.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. And Lincoln Dunn will go out to return this punt. And I think the breeze is going to have an impact on this kick. Line of scrimmage is the 18-yard line. Lincoln stands at the plus 45 right now. Cardinals are showing the rush. The rush is on. The kick is away. It's a pretty good kick considering the wind. Backs up Lincoln to his own 45 and makes a man miss and takes it into plus territory at the 47. First down, Cardinals.
Coach Nally could really not have drawn this game up any better to this point. Aside from one defensive mishap, the Cardinals have dominated every single play. Not just one, they have dominated every single play. Cardinals offense and defense has played amazing. They have a huge lead going into halftime. They have a great chance to even tack on more points to the scoreboard. So far, great job by the Cardinals.
Nate Adejokins, 137 yards on 11 carries with 2 touchdowns. And Carson Maynard has 2 touchdown catches, and Jackson Ford has 1. And Jackson Ford goes in motion. Ham throws it out to the left side. It's going to be caught on a nice catch there for the Cardinals by Cody Scanlon. And he's going to take it to the 42, gain of 5.
Austin Gooseby and Tyler Montgomery have also checked in that wide receiver.
Ham in the shotgun, 2nd down and 5. Gooseby split right. Montgomery in motion, and the play is going to be called dead for a procedure penalty against the Cardinals. Our good friends John and Lynn Broadway are joining us.
Number 70, 5-yard penalty, still 2nd down.
Usually and formerly from beautiful downtown Leonard, Texas, but they have set up camp in beautiful downtown Salina, Texas, but they don't root for the Orange people. They root for the Melissa Cardinals. So John and Lynn Broadway joining us tonight. So hello to the Broadways. Penalty flag. 2nd down and 10. And they're going to throw it out. It's going to be completed to Scanlon. And he'll have a gain to the 42-yard line. And we'll bring up 3rd and we'll call it 4. Quickly to the line of scrimmage as we hit the 3-minute mark. Ham and gives the ball to Adejokin, pushing the pile, and he's going to have a 1st down. One of the Tigers lost his hat there. He's going to have to come out for a play. That was James Jones. He didn't lose his head, just the hat, so he's got to check out. 1st down, Cardinals at the 33. 2:46 to go until halftime. Cardinals have 1 timeout left, leading 35-7. 2 receivers right, 1 left. That is Scanlon wide left. And give it to, that's Connor Betts, who's checked in at the running back spot. He'll pick up 9 as the O-line is doing a great job tonight for the Cardinals.
Betts was 1 shoestring tackle away from taking that one to the house.
2nd down 1 at the 24. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Ham in the shotgun. And fake it to Betts, throw it out to the left side to Scanlon, who's going to spin around to the 20-yard line. 1st down, Cardinals. 2 minutes to go in the half. And we're going to have a timeout on the field for medical needs. Ball will be spotted 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. Cardinals lead 35-7. Our Cardinal home crowd right there. There we are at the top. You can't see us, it's in the dark, but we're up there on the very top level of that press box right there. And we'll welcome you to Coach Kenny Deal Stadium. And there's a shot of the scoreboard. There we are right there. This is Trey Graham, Ross Graham. It's a little closer view than where we were before on that last camera shot. We welcome you here into our booth. John Graham's up there as well. And we're going to thank another one of our wonderful sponsors.
Red Carpet Realty rolls out the red carpet for all your real estate needs. We help you achieve financial success by selling high and buying low. Call 972-343-8987. That's 972-343-8987, or visit redcarpetrealtyusa.com.
Thank you to all of our wonderful sponsors. After that injury timeout, 1st and 10 Cardinals from the 20 of the Tigers. Man in motion is Montgomery. Ham is going to hand the ball to Adejokin, who has another breakaway at the 10, makes a dive into the end zone, and it's going to be touchdown Cardinals. Nate Adejokin's 3rd touchdown run of the night, and the beatdown is on here in Melissa, Texas. Cardinals now lead 41-7 with 100 seconds to go in the second quarter, and the Cardinals, who are 4-0 on the year, are rolling. Here's the replay brought to us by the golf cart guy. Another great job by the O-line, and Nate Adejokin takes it off, shows some speed, some toughness at the goal line, puts it in. Touchdown Cardinals. And the busy fella, the kicker, Sham McGregor, his PAT is up. The lefty is good. Cardinals lead 42-7. Thanks to Hollis Texas Style Barbecue for bringing us our replays. And the Cardinals are laying it on the Tigers tonight. 4-0 Melissa, 1-0 in the district. And they're trying to go to 5-0. One more time, a replay there. Good block downfield there for the Cardinals. That was Hollenbeck again. And another Tiger loses his hat. And the Cardinals lead 42-7.
Nate has showed great agility, great awareness. He's had great open holes brought to him by the offensive line and all night on the left side, the right side, the interior, exterior, outside. So far, the offensive line has been absolutely dominant, giving Nate holes to run through. He's showed great toughness. He's bounced off several tacklers. And so far, the offense for the Cardinals has been dominant. 42 yards in the first quarter.
42 points.
42 points, I'm sorry. 42 points. I was 20-yard touchdown. 42 points. Way more than 42 yards.
There we go. Put the ball on the 40-yard line, and the Hernandez kickoff is coming with 1:44 to go in the half. And Coach Sedberry's going to get the football back here with 2 timeouts. Let's see what he chooses to do. And this was going to be an onside kick, and the Cardinals catch it on the fly. That's Maynard, but it has to go 10 yards, and Maynard was spotted as catching it only 9 yards downfield on the onside kick opportunity. And we also had a flag that could have been an offside, so you may have 2 flags on the Cardinals here.
If it's offsides, do they redo the kick, or do they Terrell get 5 extra yards on their spot?
That would be Coach Sedberry's choice.
Okay.
Our referee Jeff Holt coming down to chat with his friends in the stripes. Ball is a free ball on a kickoff after 10 yards. If you're going to do an onside kick, it must go 10 yards before the kicking team is allowed to touch the football. And that was a line drive from Hernandez off the tee that Carson Maynard caught and appeared 9 yards down the field. Referee Holt, Coach Nally having a chat. And looks like
illegal touching on the kicking team. The ball did not travel 10 yards. It'll be first down, Terrell.
Is that spot of the foul?
Here is that line drive, and Carson catches it on the other side of the 50s where he came down, but the...
Is it where you touch it or where you land?
It's where you touch it.
Where you touch it, so that maybe they're saying his body was to the right over there.
And he caught it in the air and landed past 10, but touched it originally short of 10. Yes. There is no replay, remember.
And the referee was right there, so he saw that. I mean, I would say that's a good call from his eyes.
All right, toss sweep going left on first down from midfield for the Tigers. And they're going to pick up 4 yards on that carry is Mitchell.
Rocky Dunn on the tackle.
And 90 seconds to go, clock running, and the Terrell Tigers are in the huddle. And not in a hurry-up mode. 2nd down and 6. Reverse out, hand the ball again, trying to turn the corner, and does so. Cardinals lost contain there. And Bingman with his best run of the night all the way to the 25-yard line. Gain of 19 for the Terrell Tigers.
Pushed out of bounds by Jared Petusik. Minute 8 seconds left to go in this quarter.
Stop the clock when he goes out of bounds. Ball at the 25. Under center, hand the ball off straight up the middle of the field to Ambers, and a flag comes in to the middle of the mass of humanity. And there's players all over the field. Stop the clock at a minute 4. And there's going to be a penalty flag to stop our action and some medical attention going on down there as well. Cardinals lead 42-7. This is Trey Graham, Ross Graham, John Graham joining you from Coach Kenny Deal Stadium in downtown Melissa, Texas. We're going to get to some more emails in a moment. Our email address, mcnr@melissaisd.org. mcnr@melissaisd.org. We'll get to those in just a moment after Mr. Holt talks to Coach Nally about what the penalty flag is. The ball will be marked off against the Tigers.
Shot block on the offense, number 54, number 55, 15-yard penalty from the previous spot, first down.
What does a chop block mean? It means someone is blocking a defender up. What does that mean? That means above the waist. And simultaneously, another offensive player is blocking the same defender below the waist. It's a safety hazard. And to prevent injury, you cannot do that. You can double team a player,
yes,
which means you can have two guys blocking the same defender, but you got to be both up above the waist. First down, 25. Straight drop back, throw it down the right sideline. It's going to be in traffic, and an incomplete pass, and a yellow hankies come in. That pass was intended for Hambrick, and we may have the 15 yards. It was just walked off in the northerly direction. It may be headed back south. Stop the, here's that replay again. The golf cart guy shows us. Henderson throws it deep into double coverage, intended for Hambrick. There was contact, and two yellow hankies come flying, and we'll wait for Mr. Holt's announcement.
Pass interference on the defense, number 16, 15-yard penalty from the previous spot, first down.
So, ball will be back to its original line of scrimmage at the Cardinal 25-yard line. Under a minute to go in the half. Cardinals leading 42-7. Cardinals are averaging 55 points per game coming into tonight. And the Tigers will do some substitution changes. They're going to bring a new quarterback in the game. And they're going to have trouble with the snap. They're going to run the play. They're going to throw it up for grabs into traffic, and it's going to be incomplete pass. And ending up on his back was their quarterback, Elijah Stafford, who just checked into the game, and he gets put on his backside on his first pass attempt.
They're going to get the Cardinals for jumping the snap, I believe, on the interior defensive line. So that was most likely a free play for the Tigers, and it's probably going to go 5 yards in their favor.
We were doing so well without yellow hankies for a while.
Okay.
Mr. Holt says, never mind. So that will be an incomplete pass. Ball will remain at the Cardinal 25 with 40 seconds to go until the halftime break. Stick around at halftime. You'll get to enjoy the performance of the mighty Cardinal band.
Could that penalty have been waived off if they believe both offense and defense jumped at the same time, but still jumped? So they couldn't put it on one side?
Well, if both move, that's an offensive penalty.
Okay.
If the offense causes the defense to move, whoever caused it. All right, straight drop back on 2nd and 10. Henderson's back in the game at quarterback. They're going to throw it down the left side. It's going to be thrown into traffic, and it's going to be an incomplete pass.
nearly intercepted there by Christian Turner.
Christian Turner on cover.
We're going to have a Terrell timeout with 32 seconds. Here's that second down and 10 play. The golf cart guy brings us a replay. This one's thrown into traffic again. And Christian Turner was right there, couldn't quite bring it in. Incomplete pass. Brando came in to make the call for the officials. Our emails are coming in. Morgan Gunter checks in Melissa, Texas to cheer on Maverick Beagle and the Mighty Cardinal Band. Chuck and Marilyn Callahan are in Grapevine, Texas, cheering on the Patusic brothers, Jake and Jared. Doran and Faye Hanna are cheering on the Cardinals from Ozark, Arkansas. Their favorite Cardinals are the grandkids, Kaysen and Braley. So thank you for joining us from Arkansas. And Miss Mallory Peel, still one of the youngest Cardinal fans of all, continues the streak, checking in tonight. Half a minute to go. There's Gunnar Wilson, and right in front of your camera, and there's Jared Patusic, number 16 right there. Half a minute to go until halftime. Cardinals with a 42-7 lead after the Terrell timeout. Third and 10. Third and 10 from the 25-yard line.
From the 25,
Here comes the Terrell offense. Quarterback Henderson is under center. Straight drop back, looks to throw quickly down the left sideline. A nice throw, and it's going to be an incomplete pass. Good coverage over there for the Cardinals. Christian Turner's playing well tonight.
That was very nearly the same exact play again. And Turner turned around off his back shoulder. Great coverage there again. Knocked the ball incomplete, and now Terrell, you would assume, is going to go for this. That's going to be too far for a field goal. That would be a 40.
About 42
yarder, yeah.
Into the wind. Yeah.
Down by this many touchdowns, I assume they're going to go for it. So the key for the Cardinals here is just going to have clean coverage and to keep the ball in front of them for the defensive backs. And then they can go into halftime up by 35.
Each team with one timeout remaining. Henderson breaks the huddle under center on 4th and 10. Again, straight drop back, same thing. Throw it down the left side. It's going to be caught by Brando, his second interception of the night. There is 2 flags, and Brando's bringing the return back past the 20, past the 30, and out past the 40-yard line. He's out past the 50-yard line, and most people aren't moving. There's a pitch back, a lateral, and the Cardinals are going to run it all the way into the end zone. This will be a 90-plus yard interception return, and there's a bunch of questioning about whether that's a touchdown or not.
That was a fun play, though. I mean, half those players on both teams kind of gave up on that one, but Landon was kind of half tackled and pitched it back to Jared Patusic. He took it all the way. It was a fun moment. It's going to come back, though, but it was exciting
cool
to watch.
Yeah, it was a cool play. Nice little downfield lateral from Brando to Patusic. And now the referee will tell us.
Let's see, there's 1 second.
Holding on the defense, number 4, 10-yard penalty, automatic first down.
See, because of all that runoff, there's only 1 second. Are they going to give time back or?
No, well.
Because, I mean, it was live.
Yep, here is the replay by the golf cart guy showing us. This is the pass that was thrown into traffic. There is the contact. There's the Brando interception at the 2-yard line. And here's where people start shutting down. Brando kept running, but most people did not. But it's on 4th and 10, a defensive holding, which is a 5-yard penalty and an automatic first down. So it will be first down Terrell with 1 second on the clock, and Coach Matt Nally uses his final timeout to set the defense here on the final play of the half. Remember, a period or a half cannot end on a defensive penalty. So what we hope will be the final play of this half. And when we get to halftime, we're going to share with you the scores of other local games in the area. We did mention the Army Black Knights are in action. America's team heading north from southern New York to far north New York to take on the Syracuse Ball Club up there in the building formerly known as the Carrier Dome. That would be the 2-1 Black Knights. We had a big win last Friday when we were on the air. We were also watching the Army Black Knights in action. They beat the UTSA Roadrunners down there in the Alamo Dome. UTSA coached by Jeff Traylor, who used to coach Gilmer High School, who used to play against the Melissa Cardinals.
Yes, and they were very successful against the Cardinals.
That's how he got to be a college head coach.
Exactly.
All right, with 1 second on the clock after the Cardinals timeout, Terrell has one more chance to cut down this lead. Henderson's in the shotgun. He's got 2 receivers left, 1 right. He's going to look to throw the football, has pressure, and he's going to be sacked. And nice job there for the Cardinals. That was Nigel Smith and Micah Finan, and the clock expires. 0s on the clock, and we're going to go to the halftime break with the Cardinals leading 42-7.
That might be the Cardinals' best half of football, do you think?
Well, minus that one play, you're right. When you pitch a shutout, minus 1 play, and you put 42 on the scoreboard, a tremendous half of football. And as evidence of that, the stat sheet also shows what kind of a dominating performance it was for the Cardinals. Not only is the scoreboard 42-7, total yards 294 to 148, and Cardinals have 2 turnovers and 13 first downs to 10 for Terrell.
And no incompletions for the Cardinals as well.
That's right. Trevor Ham is 10 of 10 for 120 yards. That student council event that I told you about earlier is going to happen here at the beginning of halftime. The student councils of Melissa High School and Terrell High School will be meeting at the 50-yard line. And they will be doing a gift exchange. This is Red, White, and Blue Honor America night for the Melissa High School student body. They pick a dress code or a theme. It's blackout night or red out night or neon night or whatever. And it is Honor America night tonight. So the Terrell drill team and the Terrell band are going to begin their performance. And our halftime score is 42-7. You are watching the Melissa Cardinals Network. Trey Graham, Ross Graham, and John Graham. And with the Cardinals leading by 35 points, we're going to turn your attention to the field and the Terrell drill team and the Tiger band.
Your 2023-2024 Tiger Band officers are Junior Lieutenant Malaya Verdorn, Junior Lieutenant Mackenzie Knowles, Senior First Lieutenant Kareem Ontiveros, and Senior Captain Lizzie Sanchez. Tigerettes of the Week are Regina Guerrero and Morelli Garcia. Tonight, the Tigerettes will be performing a stylized Palmer team to the classic hit Funky Town. ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field your Terrell Tiger Band. Drum majors of the band are Giovanna Reyna, Jonathan Maldonado, and Emily Vargas. Color guard captain is Kaylee Roseberry, co-captain Ontario Brown, Lieutenant Zoe Montoya. Band directors of the band are Roger Boyce, Leo Chavez, Landon Adams, and Nathan Estando. This week's Marcher of the Week is Guillermo Flores. Color guard member of the week is Maria Jose Diaz. Section of the week is the tuba section. The Terrell Band will be performing their 2023 marching show, Ignite. Band, you may begin your performance.
Possesses a lot of stuff, and that's why they drive those 18-wheeler trucks all over the place. So the Cardinals' stuff is going to be put in place after the Terrell stuff is moved out of the way. Jerry Wharton setting his band in place. They're wearing their dress uniforms, looking sharp tonight in the gray and white. And the halftime score is Melissa 42 and Terrell 7. The Cardinals are 4-0 on the year, looking to go to 5-0. And the adult volunteers, the parent volunteers, are showing you all the instruments and equipment, all the stuff they bring there. That's our home side of the stadium. We're at the top of that booth right there at Coach Kenny Deal Stadium. It is halftime. Cardinals leading 42-7. And we're going to send you back down to the field, and you're going to enjoy the performance from the award-winning Mighty Cardinal Band led by Jerry Wharton.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the heart of North Texas, deep in Cardinal Nation, we welcome you to the continuation of tonight's halftime entertainment. Melissa High School is proud to present the 2023 Melissa High School award-winning Mighty Cardinal Marching Band. The band is under the direction of Terry Porter, Zachary Robinson, David Landry, Dahlia Lee, Clay Singletary, Chris McHenry, Michelle Hennigan, and Marley Gordon. Additional staff includes Stone McCauley. Tonight the band is led under the field command of drum majors Ryan Farrell, Kyle Nichols, and Addison Thomas. The section of the week is the mellophones. Tonight the Mighty Cardinal Band will be performing their 2023 UIL competition show entitled The Process. Drum major Ryan Farrell, is your band ready?
No? Okay.
Superintendent Sean Roberts and Kit Loder. Melissa High School Principal Mark Second. The Melissa Switchers Club are also thanked for their unwavering support. All right, Cardinals, get on your feet and put your hands together for the Melissa High School Lunch Club.
How about you do this next quarter, and I'll do the last quarter? You not want to?
Welcome back to the Melissa Cardinals Network. It is halftime. Welcome back here into the booth. This is Trey Graham and Ross Graham joining you here on the Melissa Cardinals Network. It is 42-7 is our score. Your Cardinals leading the Terrell Tigers. You just had an outstanding performance from the Mighty Cardinal Band. You heard Dr. David King, the announcer for the Cardinals Band. And as the bands leave the field, it is a great first half for your Cardinals. We'll take a chance to look back at some of those great plays. Thanks to the golf cart guy. You see the Mighty Cardinal Band making their way in. There are the cheerleaders and those junior cheerleaders that we saw in the pregame show. And here comes the Cardinals on the offense here. And there is Nate Adejokin showing some great moves. Takes this one to the house. Nate Adejokin, touchdown Cardinals. And here's the same play from the end zone camera. Great first half so far by senior number 3, Nate Adejokin. This one was a nice job. Trevor Ham keeps his cool after he bobbles the snap, throws a strike there on the post route to Carson Maynard. Touchdown Cardinals. And here is a defensive play. DK Abrams with a great stop there. Tackle for loss. Back on offense for the Cardinals. And back in the hands of Nate Adejokin, who shows great speed. Another rushing touchdown for Adejokin. Trevor Ham drops back, throws a dime right across the middle of the field to the big fella, Jackson Ford, and takes it downfield into the red zone for a nice gain for the Cardinals. And throw it out to Lincoln Dunn there, and here's Trevor Ham. Guess who he's going to give the ball to? Nate Adejokin, who takes it to the house for another rushing touchdown. And the Cardinals are laying it on the Terrell Tigers tonight, 42-7. Cardinals D's also played very, very well tonight. Christian Turner's played very well. He has a pass breakup right there on that Terrell deep ball. Here's another one. Christian Turner knocking that one down as well. So, a great first half of action. Put 12 minutes on the clock, and the Cardinals lead 42-7. Cardinals are back out on the field, and they are ready to go on offense. Terrell won the opening coin toss, chose to receive in the first half. Cardinals will get the football back. Trevor Ham is perfect on the night, 10 of 10 for 120 yards, 3 touchdowns. Nate Adejokin has rushed for 165 yards, has 3 touchdowns on the ground, averaging almost 13 yards a carry. And Cardinals have 2 touchdown catches by Maynard and 1 by Jackson Ford. So our score is 42-7, Melissa with the lead. And we want to check the scores of the other games in our district. Remember, Crandall defeated Poteet last night, 57-35. Today, Greenville leads Princeton 42-21 early in the third quarter. And Lovejoy all over Denison tonight, 40-0 as the second half begins there in Lucas, Texas. South Oak Cliff, a team we're tracking, remember, had a big win 55-0 last night over Dallas Adamson. And we'll start talking playoff brackets and giving you the bracketology breakdown as we go forward throughout this season. This is the second district game of the year. The Cardinals are 4-0, 1-0 in the district, trying to keep that winning streak alive. Their best start of the school history was a 7-0 record back in the year 2008. Don't forget to join us Monday evenings at the Dugout Sports Grill to see our recording of the Cardinal Scoreboard Show. We meet every Monday night at 5:30 p.m. and make sure you subscribe to Melissa ISD on YouTube so you can watch each week. Make sure you follow the Melissa Cardinals Network on Facebook. And we will invite you and your family to join us this Sunday morning at First Melissa Sunday morning services at our church home, 9 a.m. and 10:15 a.m. Go to firstmelissa.com to find out more. As the second half gets underway, it'll be a short kickoff taken by the Cardinals at the 30-yard line. That's up the right sideline. That's Betts showing some good speed out past the midfield stripe, and the Cardinals will have great field position as their offense comes out here leading 42-7. This is Trey Graham, Ross Graham, and John Graham, and it is a good night for Cardinals football so far. And we're going to see if we're going to get some personnel changes pretty soon in this second half. Coming out right now, the starting offense is on the field. Betts is at the running back spot. We got some changes at the receiver spot. Goosby's in the game. There's Lincoln Dunn in motion on first down, and Ham's going to throw the football, steps up, throws it down the seam into traffic, and Lincoln Dunn was the intended receiver. Incomplete pass. Yellow hanky on the field, and let's see if we're going to get a defensive foul.
Lincoln was shoved from behind on that route, so it'll be 15 yards for the Cardinals. Set up first down around the 36-yard line, 34-yard line.
Here's a replay. The coverage there for Terrell by Hambrick. They're going to call him as the man who had contact against Lincoln Dunn. Our replays this quarter brought to us by our friends at Maria's Mexican Restaurant, which is pretty much right across the street from our church at First Melissa, by the way. First down and 10 after the penalty flag. Give it to Connor Betts straight up the middle. It has a nice gain right near the sticks, and it's going to be first down. Cardinals gain of 10 for Betts.
This entire game, the Cardinals O-line has absolutely dominated the line of scrimmage. Nearly every single run. I don't know if there's been a single run for a negative yard so far for the Cardinals. So every single game's been positive, and most of them have even been for first down. So great job so far by the Cardinals offensive line.
First and 10 at the 24. Maynard goes in motion, and Ham's going to throw the football. Has pressure, is going to pull it down, throw it late to Betts. A little too strong on the fastball there. Incomplete. Second down and 10 coming up. Remember our email address, mcnr@melissaist.org. mcnr@melissaist.org. Would love to hear from you. Let us know where you are in the world. We're still trying to figure out who the longest distance viewer will be for the night. Second down and 10, and give it to Betts, but he goes nowhere on that play. Good job by the Tigers defense. No gain. In fact, there's going to be a negative yard as soon as Ross says it.
It's the announcer jinx.
That's what they call it.
That's what Aikman and Romo would say. They don't want to have the announcer jinx.
When it's 42-7, it's a little bit more acceptable.
As opposed to like the game-winning field goal.
Yeah, let's don't do it then. All right, third down 11. Trevor Ham has the football. He's in the shotgun. He's got Brantley split right, two receivers split left, and the big fella tight end Jackson Ford wing left. Betts next to him. Third and long. And fake the handoff. Ham is going to roll left, throws it late, a little sidearm throw into the end zone. Incomplete pass. Nice sling there. Couldn't bring it in. That was intended for Nye. And it's fourth down 11 with the wind in their face. Field goal from here would be 43 yards into the wind. So Coach Nally's going to keep the base offense out there on 4th and 11. Maynard split right, two receivers left, 4th and long. And Ham's going to throw the football. Steps up, throws again, post route wide open. Carson Maynard, touchdown Cardinals. And if you're a Terrell defender, you probably ought to cover that guy in the end zone. Touchdown Cardinals.
You don't get much more wide open than that.
That's an easy one.
There was big miscommunication between the Terrell defensive backs on that play. Carson didn't have anybody within 10-yard radius of him on that play. Wide open, easy touchdown. Got his feet in bounds. Easy touchdown for the Cardinals.
Our producer Ken says the people in the booth here might have been closest defender on that play. Here's Sam McGregor with the PAT. It is up and it is good.
Now we have an occurrence right here. We told you that Sham was wearing 2 white shoes.
Let's check the replay here. Wide open, Carson Maynard in the end zone. They left him all alone, and Trevor throws a strike. Touchdown Cardinals. You were commenting, is this a kicker shoe story here?
Yes, he's now wearing 1 orange, 1 white. So maybe he heard us and was kind of a little bit. He was a little bit upset. He's like, man, I should just go back. But
so this is like politically correct shoes.
He's being pulled and he's torn in half.
Okay.
He wants to wear the white, but he knows we want him to wear orange.
Okay.
So now he's half and half.
Kickers in their shoes, I'm telling you. All right. We can't say it yet, but we're close to getting old Barry on the air here. We can't say hang half 100 yet, but we're getting close. Cardinals lead 49-7. They take the opening kickoff here in the third quarter, march it downfield, and finish up with another Trevor Ham touchdown pass. Carson Maynard's 3rd touchdown catch of the night. And Ham, he's no longer perfect on the night, but 11 out of 13 with 4 touchdowns is a pretty good night.
11 passes completed and 4 touchdowns. That's a pretty good percentage.
Here's Nicholas Hernandez with the short kick taken by the Terrell Tigers at the 29, coming up the right hash, trying to turn the corner, and does so. And it's going to be a good return for the visiting team. And Coach Sedberry will send his offense out. 10 minutes to go in the half.
Terrell is at a big disadvantage in this spot of the game right now, not only being down 42 points, but also the fact that their offense generally moves slow. They like to take up the entire play clock. They run the ring T. They're going to try to slow the game down, but in this sense, they don't have much time. Well, they do have time, but they're down a lot. So they have to speed up their offense, which is counterintuitive for how they like to play. So this will be a big hurdle for the Tigers to try to score quickly and efficiently.
Deb and Tony Nally checking in from Indiana. And if that name sounds familiar, that's the family of Coach Nally and, of course, Cardinals player Jackson Nally. Rita Dempsey checks in from North Carolina, cheering on grandson Trevor Ham. On that first down run for the Tigers, they'll pick up a single yard, 2nd down and 9. And our friend Dr. John Majors and Liz Majors checking in from Arkansas, and he's got a question. So I'm going to give it to Ross here in a moment. Rolling right is Henderson, has pressure, pulls the ball down. He's going to run the football, and he'll fall forward to the 49-yard line, where it will be 3rd down and 5. Okay, Ross Graham, you are a senior at Melissa High School.
Yes, I am.
Dr. Majors, who's of course the dad of Coach Joey Majors, says the student body participation rate in extracurricular activities at Melissa High School. Now, not football, but all extracurriculars.
Yes.
What percentage of high school students are involved in some sort of extracurricular?
That's a great question. I mean, that would include theater, that would include band, that would include color guard, that would...
Here's 3rd and 5, rolling left and throwing left, and the ground ball incomplete.
That even includes UIL academics, so I don't think I know very many people who aren't, if that gives a good idea. I mean, I know hundreds and hundreds of the students, and I can only pick out a handful who I think aren't in any. I mean, there's
something like 1,700, 1,800 students at Melissa High School right now, and you're going to say 90%?
I would say 90%, yeah. Especially early on freshman year. Senior year, you kind of specialize, but the thing is, then you're doing your CTE classes, so that's not really extracurricular, but you're getting to specialize into more of a career field that you might want to go into. So I would say, at least from my experience, I would say at least 90%.
Well, there you go, Dr. Majors. 4th and 5. And they're going to throw the ball left, and again, another ground ball from Henderson, incomplete pass. That one was intended for Travion Roberts. Ball goes over on downs, and Cardinals offense will take over, leading 49-7, 9:11 to go in the 3rd quarter. And we think we're going to see some more substitutions here as the Cardinals are going to start letting other folks play. Most notably for Cardinal fans coming out here, there's a quarterback change. And number 15, junior Tate Kirk, takes over at the quarterback spot. And lots of other changes we'll get to. He's going to hand the ball off on first down to another personnel change, and that is senior running back Bishop Curry on the carry, who will pick up 5 yards on the play. Under 9 minutes to go in this third quarter. Clock rolling. Tate Kirk at the quarterback spot. We'll get the offensive line changes here. Could throw the ball out to the left side, caught by Gooseby. Gain of 4, makes it 3rd and 1. Austin Gooseby wears number 84. He's a sophomore receiver, and he's one of the very best basketball players for Melissa High School's hoops team. 3rd and 1. Give it to Curry, and he's going to fight forward for a first down.
Not only one of the best, but one of the best Melissa's ever had, if according to many people. Some people say, I mean, there's been a lot of great Melissa Cardinals
and he's only
players.
a sophomore.
He's only a sophomore, but he is one of the best in a lot of people's opinion.
First down and 10. And give it to Curry again over the right side, and he's going to pick up about 4 on the play.
The offensive line, we're going to have Reese Carter checking in at the game. We're going to have A.J. Cole, Luke Damel, Alejandro Luna, and Peyton Porter is going to check in at the H spot. Tyler Montgomery is in that receiver.
2nd and 6, and fake it to the running back. Kirk, quarterback's going to keep it over the left side. Flag comes in. He has a gain just short of the sticks. And we'll get to hear from our referee, Mr. Jeff Holt, for the first time in this half. But we have an injury timeout on the field right now with 7:37 to go in the third quarter. While the medical staff gives attention to one of our players, this will give us an opportunity to thank another one of our great sponsors. You are watching the Melissa Cardinals Network here from Coach Kenny Deal's Stadium.
Hutchins Plumbing and Air Conditioning is your proud Melissa Cardinals sponsor, serving Collin County since 1975 and providing you with experienced professionals with quality service. Offering upfront pricing before the job is done and a 2-year parts and labor warranty. No overtime charges and 24-hour emergency service. Visit HutchinsInc.com for more information, and if you need service, mention Cardinal Nation to receive 15% off your repair.
Thank you to Hutchins for being a great sponsor. I'll invite you to our...
On the defense, number 31, half the distance to go, automatic first down.
I was going to say, I'll invite you to our church home on Sunday morning at First Melissa, 9 a.m. and 10:15 a.m. Also tonight, Tyler Norman, the student minister at First Melissa, is hosting a 5th quarter event for all the high school students right after this game is over. Find out more at firstmelissa.com. After the defensive penalty and the first down play, handoff to Bishop Curry, gain of about 2. And the clock is rolling. Approaching the 7-minute mark. Cardinals led 42-7 at half. They have a touchdown in this quarter. A touchdown pass from Trevor Ham to Carson Maynard. Here comes 2nd down. About 8 to go. Low snap. Give it to Curry. And he'll pick up another short gain. And Cardinals are in field goal territory here, should that be needed. It's about 3rd and 8. Kirk in the shotgun, and there's movement on the line. The play is going to be called dead, and we'll see what the man in the stripe says.
False start on the offense, number 50, 5-yard penalty, still 3rd down.
3rd and 8 is going to become 3rd and 13 as the Cardinals are backing up 5. Melissa going into the win tonight. The 4-0 Cardinals hosting the 3-1 Terrell Tigers. The 2nd district game of the year, the 5th overall game out of 10 regular season games. In UIL football, you have 11 weeks to play 10 games. So that's why next week is a bye week for your Cardinals. hand the ball off on 3rd and long, and Curry will take it to the 14-yard line. And here comes the field goal team.
4 yards.
And Sham McGregor, the kicker, as Ross said, is now bilingual.
Bilingual.
I don't know what you say with 2 different shoes on. Bisexual? I don't know.
By zapatos?
Dos zapatos?
Dos zapatos?
Dos zapatos diferentes?
Colores?
Okay, so Mr. Sham McGregor with the orange kicking shoe and the white plant shoe, because that's what kickers do. And Maynard, who had the touchdown catch, is now in as the holder. This is a 31-yard field goal attempt. It is up, and it is good. There it is. 52-7 is our score. Cardinals hang half 100 again tonight. Last week they were victorious over Crandall, 67-28. Cardinals came into this game averaging 55 points a game, and they have 52 right now midway through the 3rd quarter. Cardinals lead big over the Tigers. This is the Melissa Cardinals Network in partnership with our friends at Game On Sports, and here's another wonderful sponsor.
Are you looking for a reason to smile this season? Visit Melissa Dental and Orthodontics. Dr. Allen and his team offer a full range of oral health care, from general and restorative dentistry to cosmetic options and orthodontics. Their state-of-the-art facility is conveniently located off Sam Rayburn Highway in Melissa, where they are ready to see your smile today. Go Cardinals.
Thank you to all of our wonderful sponsors, and thank you for listening. And reminder, we will not be here on the channel next Friday. The Cardinals have a bye week, and so we will be back in action on October the 6th as Mesquite Poteet comes to town. So we'll get to stay in the friendly confines of the Dealatorium here next Friday, or 2 weeks away, that is, on October the 6th. Hernandez puts the ball on the tee. Cardinals lead 52-7. And this is into the wind, deep kick, taken at the 9-yard line. Out past the 20 with a little bit of a seam. Out near the 30-yard line. Terrell will take over on offense. And some late yellow hankies come in. 5.5 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Cardinals lead big. Going to take this thing to 5-0 to start this season, to match their season start back in 2020, which, as we told you, is the 2nd best start in school history, 5-0, behind the 7-0 back from 2008. All right, our officials are having a chat. Mr. Holt, the referee, out at the Dallas chapter.
Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct on the kicking team, 15-yard penalty, automatic 1st down.
Cardinals kicking team called for the big flag, 15 yards, and Terrell's offense will take over.
A Melissa Cardinal since birth and now serving the area for all of your real estate needs, residential or commercial. Trust Skylar Amons to get you to the end zone of your next real estate transaction. Call or text today at 469-667-8456.
On 1st down and 10, the Tigers will run the football straight up the middle of the field. That's Ambers on the carry. Out to the midfield stripe where it will be 2nd down. And Cardinals D's had a whole bunch of changes as well. Ross is going to go over some of the new folks in the game.
Jacob Wasserman, Alex Ruiz, and Oren Abel at the defensive line. Colin Craig, Jason Ananobi at linebacker. Miles O'Neill and Grayson Dunho are still in the game. Antonio Sparks has also checked in.
Here's a 2nd down and 4. Dropped the snap, picking it up and trying to make something out of nothing. There was Lyndon Henderson, the Terrell quarterback, who gets back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 4 it remains. And Bishop Curry, who's had a lot of action in this 2nd half at the running back spot, is playing safety right now.
That was Jimmy Gatson on that tackle who's checked in, but you have your offensive backfield back there. You have Bishop and Tate playing.
That's true. Tate Kirk, the quarterback, is playing safety right now. Here's 3rd and 4, wing T, and reverse out handoff. Ambers with the carry, and short gain will bring up a 4th and 1 for the Tigers.
Warren Abel was the first Cardinal there to make that tackle.
You are watching the Melissa Cardinals Network. Trey Graham, Ross Graham, John Graham is here. And the 16th year of the Melissa Cardinals Network, and our first year here in the new house. The house that Deal built. 4th and 1. Ball spotted in the big Cardinal logo at the center of the field. And quarterback sneak for the Tigers, and they're going to push the pile forward for a first down.
Have we gotten any emails about the Cowboys? We talked about Micah Parsons. We talked about, are they really that good?
No, there's lots of emails coming in. We'll read some of those, but mostly they're cheering on the Cardinals, and they don't seem to care about the Cowboys that much.
They don't think Micah Parsons is MVP caliber?
Well, of course, they're cheering on the Black Knights, and they're busy with the Cardinals game, but not so much the Cowboys right now. All right, Bingman takes the carry, going right, able to turn the corner, shows some speed, has a nice gain down the right sideline, past the 20, inside the 15, all the way down to the 10-yard line. That was a nice run there of 35 yards, his best carry of the night. The man who was a 2,000-yard rusher a year ago, able to turn the corner, turn on the Jets. It'll be 1st and goal. Tigers. Maria's Mexican Restaurant brings us our replays, and this is where they got a good downfield block there, and Bingman breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle all the way down to the 10-yard line. Here on this play, the Tigers run the football on 1st and goal from the 10, and they'll pick up a single yard.
Luke Damel and Logan Diamore have also checked in the defensive line. Warren Abel still there at the defensive end spot as well.
2nd and goal from the 9-yard line as we are approaching 2 minutes to go in the 3rd stanza. And hand the ball off to Ambers, going right. Tough run, dives into the end zone. Touchdown, Terrell Tigers. Ambers has the 2 touchdowns tonight so far for Coach Sedberry's team. He had a touchdown catch in the first half and a touchdown run here in the second half. And the score is 52-13 as the Tigers will send in their kicker. The quarterback, Henderson, is the holder. And Abudnes is the kicker. He's also a lefty, but his shoes match, by the way. That kick is up and good. And the score is 52-14. Cardinals with the lead. You're joining us here for Melissa Cardinals football on the Melissa Cardinals Network in partnership with our friends at Game On Sports. And again, we'll thank another one of our wonderful sponsors.
Hello, Melissa Cardinals. Melissa Pediatric Dentistry specializes in high-quality dental care for the little smiles that matter most. We combine dental care in a kid-friendly environment with no pressure, judgment, or scary language. Dr. Andrew Heath welcomes children of all ages, including medically compromised and special needs patients. Come learn, grow, and smile with us. Go Cardinals.
Thank you very much. We appreciate those who are wonderful sponsors for our broadcast. We thank our folks who are emailing in, letting us know where you are joining us in the world. Alan, Rita, and Molly Dempsey in High Point, North Carolina. Tim Hernandez in Stockton, California. Tim and Chrissy are watching their grandson, Jordan Hernandez. Go Cardinals. Literally Cardinal fans all over America. So the longest distance viewer award is still in doubt. We have the shortest distance viewer award. I think that goes to the people who are standing right next to us here in the booth.
Me?
Well,
I mean, I am a listener.
No, you're working tonight. That's different.
I'm listening, though.
Okay.
See, I mean, it's both.
2 minutes and 7 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. And Terrell's going to kick the ball off after their touchdown run from Ambers. And this is a kick with the breeze taken by the Cardinals at the 8-yard line. Out past the 20-yard line. Lincoln Dunn makes a man miss, and he'll go down near the 24. First down Cardinals offense. And again, lots of substitutions coming for the Cardinals. Ezekiel Cockerham, who had a touchdown in the last game, is going to come into the game.
Austin Gooseby and Tyler Montgomery going to play receiver.
We mentioned Luke Damels there, senior number 50. Reese Carter, number 71, junior. A.J. Cole, senior number 72 in the game. 66, Elijah Alzaman in the game. It is 1st and 10 Melissa from their own 24-yard line. Motion man, hand the ball off. And making a man miss and a nice run there for Ezekiel Cockerham. And in the game at quarterback right now is Jackson Nally. But we do have a flag on the play. Number 19, junior Jackson Nally, son of the football coach, Matt Nally. And it's going to be a flag against the Cardinals. And
Holding offense number 71, 10-yard penalty, first down.
so that will erase the nice first down play. We'll back him up 10 yards from the spot of the foul. It'll be placed at the 15-yard line. It will be 1st and 19 for the Cardinals. Nally's at the quarterback spot. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Hand the ball off again over the right side and pushing the pile forward for a couple of yards. Clock rolling, 90 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. 52-14 is our score. Back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 17. Cockerham takes another handoff over the right side out to the 21-yard line. We'll make it 3rd and 13. Approaching the 1-minute mark in the 3rd stanza. Cardinals led 42-7 at half. They have a touchdown catch by Maynard and a field goal from McGregor here in the 3rd quarter. Motion man on 3rd and long, and now he's going to throw the football down the left sideline. Has a man open, that's Gooseby, and it's going to be a catch in traffic. Nice grab there by number 84. 1st down Cardinals at the 47-yard line. Gain of 26 on the throw from Nally to Gooseby.
I believe that was a one-handed catch, actually. High pointed that ball, used his basketball agility.
Maria's Mexican Restaurant brings us this replay. Nally throws it up, and there's Gooseby with a nice catch. 1st down Cardinals.
Great catch brought to us on that replay by Maria's Mexican Restaurant.
And the Cardinals do not have to run another play here in the 3rd stanza. And Coach Matt Nally says to Jackson Nally and the rest of the team, come on over. And they're going to let the 3rd quarter clock expire. So 3 quarters in the books. Cardinals leading 52-14. Charles Dwight, he says Micah Parsons for defensive MVP. So there you go. You're watching the Melissa Cardinals Network, and we have a wonderful sponsor to thank.
We want to say thank you to the teachers, administrators, leaders, and parents who are creating a better future for our students. We believe that who you work with matters. That's why WRA Architects is proud to sponsor the Melissa ISD Athletic Booster Club and the many students it serves.
It is 52-14 is our score. This is Trey Graham, Ross Graham, John Graham, our friend Steve Gerard here in the booth as well. Cardinals are going to go to 5-0 on the year. And let's take a look back to that great throw and catch from Nally to basketball star Austin Gooseby, who goes up with a great catch, brings it in with that one hand, as Ross said, and shows he's a rebounder. Good catch.
A good throw by Nally as well.
1st down Cardinals. Nally's going to hand the ball off on this play, and they're going to lose 2 yards on that carry by Ezekiel Cockerham. Spotted back at the Cardinal 45-yard line. And Ross Graham and John Graham will begin their deliberations in a bit for the offensive and defensive players of the game. We'll recognize them on Monday night at the Dugout Sports Grill. Throw it out to the right side, does Nally. He'll complete the pass to Kennedy Brantley, who loses his hat. He's going to have to come out for a play. Gain to the 44-yard line, makes it 3rd down and 1. 2 receivers left, 1 right on 3rd and 1. That's Gooseby and Montgomery split left. Jackson Nally in the shotgun. Takes the snap, hands the ball off. And first down, Cardinals on the run by Bishop Curry to the 37-yard line, stopping the clock 10:53, and then they wind it quickly. It's rolling now. First down, Cardinals. Cardinals are not letting a lot of play clock roll here in this fourth quarter. Montgomery in motion. Now he's going to throw the football deep down the right sideline into traffic. A flag comes in. A diving catch is made. That is a great catch.
Jacob Nye.
Jacob Nye with a grab.
The receivers are coached by Coach Hamilton on the Cardinals, and what he would say right there is you have to be able to catch the ball even in interference. And that's what they work on in practice. They work on that all year round in the offseason, and right there, Jacob Nye.
On the defense, that penalty declined, go for the play, the first down.
Jacob Nye went up, got the great catch, even in the contact, and Cardinals have a first and goal.
Ball spotted at the 6-yard line. That's Gooseby with a great catch in traffic, and now Jacob Nye. The same thing. And now he's going to throw the football. He's hit. The ball's going to go up, and it's going to be intercepted by the Tigers, who have a return on, and they're going to take it out near their own 40-yard line. Now he was hit in the back as he was trying to throw the football, and that ball was picked off. And turnover. Terrell Tigers will take over with good field position. About 10 minutes left in regulation. Cardinals with a big lead. And here is the Jackson Nally throw up to Jacob Nye. As Ross said, even you're interfered with and in traffic, go down and get that football. Nice catch by Jacob Nye at the 6-yard line. It was first and goal. That replay brought to us by the LaCour Family Foundation. Here comes the Tigers on offense after their interception. First and 10 at their own 31-yard line. And they're going to go a little trickeration here on the end around play, and it's going to be a first down, gain of 13.
Jumi Gatson on the tackle for the Cardinals.
And it's a good run for the Tigers. To the 44 of the Tigers. Let's see if they're going to let some play clock run. Wing T formation straight to the line, and they're going to hand the ball going right. And it's going to be a nice run. Tackle there for the Cardinals by Antonio Sparks. And they'll take it to the Cardinal 49, gain of 7. Second down and 3. Approaching the 9-minute mark. Ross Graham and John Graham deliberating. Offensive and defensive players of the game. Second down and 3. And they're going to run the football. And it's going to be fourth down and 1. Clock rolling, under 9 minutes to go. It's going to be only third and 1, apologize. Third down and 1. And they're going to throw the football. This throw deep down the left sideline, got a man open, but overthrew him. The quarterback in the game is Elijah Stafford. He had a man with a step. The pass was intended for Malachi Livingston, incomplete pass, and now it will be fourth and 1. Clock stopped 8.5 minutes to go in regulation. Fourth down and 1. Tigers break the huddle. And Elijah Stafford, the quarterback, is under center on fourth down. Reverse out, hand the ball to Ambers, and he's going to have a Tiger first down. All right, first down Tigers at the 46-yard line of the Cardinals.
Terrell Stevens checks in at nose guard. Next to Antoine Dillon and Hornaber.
We're going to check the scores of the other games in our district tonight. They're going to throw the football. Stafford throws it deep down the left sideline into the coverage of Bishop Curry, and they're going to throw a flag on that play. And that was a 1st and 10 throw. We'll see what our officials tell us.
When the defensive back doesn't really turn their head back towards the ball, it's going to get called against the defensive back almost every time.
On the defense, number 32, 15-yard penalty, 4th down.
As Ross Graham just said, DPI is the call. 1st down, Tigers. Lovejoy leads Denison 47-0 early 4th quarter there. Greenville leads Princeton 56-29 early 4th quarter. Stafford reverse out, hand the ball to Ambers, who's going to try to reverse field, and he's able to turn the corner coming back right, and he's dragged down from behind. Nice effort there by Peyton Porter.
Peyton's been playing H recently and for the past few drives, and that was a great chase down tackle for him.
7.5 minutes to go. Ambers ran about 40 yards total to pick up 1 yard on the carry.
Romeo Garcia has also checked in at linebacker for the Cardinals.
2nd down and 9 from the 30. Stafford under center. And he's going to roll left, throw the football left, and he throws a ground ball. Incomplete pass. Intended for Malachi Livingston. 3rd and 9 coming up. In just a moment, we'll be able to introduce to you and announce to you our offensive and defensive players of the game. We will interview these young men this Monday night at the Dugout Sports Grill. We meet there every Monday night at 5:30 p.m. Come and enjoy a great dinner and meet the players of the week. Meet Coach Matt Nally. You can meet me if you care about such things. 3rd down and 9. Stafford throws it left over the head of everybody. Incomplete pass. Make sure you subscribe to Melissa ISD on YouTube to watch every week episode of the Cardinal Scoreboard Show, and follow the Melissa Cardinals Network on Facebook. You find out all the latest information, team news, and notes on the Melissa Cardinals Network Facebook page. And you know our email address, mcnr@melissaisd.org. 4th down and 9. Tigers going for it. Play fake, throw it into traffic, and it's going to be caught for a touchdown. That was a nice offensive play there for the Tigers. That catch was made by Malachi Livingston, and it's going to be the 3rd touchdown of the night for the Tigers offense. With 6:59 to go in the ball game, and the Cardinals now lead 52-20. And here comes the PAT attempt for the Tigers. You can hear the Tiger band playing. There's the PAT kick, is up and good. 52-21 is our score. 6:59 to go in the ball game. Cardinals are trying to wrap this one up and go to 5-0. And let's thank another wonderful sponsor.
Since 1955, Steel Fab has been committed to providing our customers with quality structural steel fabrication and construction at competitive prices. Steel Fab believes in doing the right thing and treating our employees and customers with dignity and respect. Regardless of how big or small your next construction project is, Steel Fab is dedicated to provide you quality and support on every job.
Thank you to Steel Fab. We do remind you, Tyler Norman, the student minister at First Melissa, is hosting a 5th quarter event right after this ball game is over. I imagine there's already folks on the way over there at First Melissa. I bet they're watching us over there at our church home. So Melissa high school students from all around, go over there and say hello to Tyler Norman to meet the great folks at First Melissa Student Ministry. The 5th quarter event going on tonight when this ball game is over. 6:59 to go on the clock, and Cardinals kickoff return unit will come in. Doomy Gatson is back deep, and
Cash Lavelle. Along with Rocky Dunn there too.
Put the ball on the 40-yard line. Terrell with their 3rd touchdown of the night. They're going to kick the ball off now. And the ball falls off the tee.
Cardinals were not in their traditional kickoff return setup, so now he's going to make sure everyone's all set up. They were anticipating an offensive onside kick.
There
There's
you
a word,
go.
onside kick there.
Well, when you look up and the kickoff team has all the low numbers on there, you know that's probably their hands team on offense, on the kicking team. All the quarterback and kicker and receiver and running back numbers, the good hands guys. So Coach Nally's going to call timeout, make sure that the kick return unit is ready to go. If we haven't mentioned it yet, the Army Black Knights are in action against Syracuse tomorrow. And the Dallas Cowboys, who were also undefeated,
the Kyler Murray-less
Arizona Cardinals. 3:25 Central Time for the Cowboys on Sunday, 11 a.m. Central Time for the Black Knights tomorrow. And you know, we haven't even talked about old Deion Sanders and the Buffs.
Facing the Ducks.
We said that Jeff Traylor, who coaches UTSA, used to coach Gilmer High School, who coached against Melissa Cardinals. Well, Deion Sanders used to coach at Prime Prep Academy and coached against the Melissa Cardinals as well back in the day. All right, after the timeout, let's see what the Tigers do. They kick it deep. And they'll take it at the 12-yard line, out past the 20, and out near the 30-yard line, out of bounds. Cardinals offense, that was Lincoln Dunn, the one-man back deep. And it will be Cardinals football, 6:54 to go in this ball game. And as the offense comes back out on the field, we're going to say congratulations to our offensive players of the game, and that would be our entire offensive linemen. The starters tonight did a great job protecting Trevor Ham, great job opening a hole for Nate Adejokin. We're going to identify those 5 winners right after this play. Nally's in the game under center, first down. Hand the ball off to Curry going left, and he'll pick up about 6 on the play. Congratulations to the starting O-line for the Cardinals.
Congratulations to left tackle Ryder Slayton, left guard Jake Brown, center DeMondre Tasby, right guard Owen Hollenbeck, and right tackle Grayson Spann. All 5 of them played as a cohesive unit today, and they played exceptional, all worthy of Offensive Player of the Game tonight.
Slayton, Brown, Tasby, Hollenbeck, and Spann. Congratulations to our big fellas up front for being our offensive player of the game. And we're going to have to find a big booth over there at the dugout to fit those big 5 dudes in there at the same time. And it's going to be a great honor to interview them on Monday at 5:30. Second down and 4. Cardinals are going to run the football going left. Cockerham can't turn the corner. He's going to lose yardage on the play. We're seeing a shot of the Cardinals student section right now, and again, it's red, white, and blue night here at Coach Kenny Deal Stadium.
I can tell you our defensive player of the game had a very special role tonight in this game that he doesn't usually have.
Oh, you're learning the radio teaser, are you?
Yeah.
All right, third down and 12. Cardinals, clock rolling, 5.5 minutes to go in the game. And the Cardinals are in a huddle. Jackson Nally calls the play as Carter Anderson checks in. Sprint to the line on 3rd and 12. And they're going to reverse out, hand the football, and go nowhere on the play. So Cardinals will send in the punt game tonight for the first punt of this ball game. Peanut, DK Abram, is going to punt this football away. He's played a very good game on the defensive end spot. It's 4th and 12. 4:45 to go in the ball game. Cardinals lead 52-21. Snap is a low one. Peanut has to pick it up, and he's going to be tackled, but he breaks that one away, and he breaks another tackle, and then he runs over a dude, and then he runs down another dude, and runs over another dude, and he's going to be stopped short of the first down, but it was an exciting play nonetheless.
Crowd was definitely going wild on that play. It was very exciting, but
yeah, a punter who has a low snap and then runs over a bunch of fellas and doesn't get a first down. It's usually not an exciting play, but when Peanut has the ball, you better watch out if you're on the business end of that tackle right there. So Terrell will take over after that fourth down conversion fails. First down Tigers at the Cardinal 32-yard line. And Stafford's in the game at quarterback. He's going to throw it left, has a player wide open, underthrows it, and it's almost intercepted for the Cardinals. Incomplete pass.
That was Jumi Gatson on that coverage. The ball was very underthrown. Jumi was a solid 5 yards away from the receiver, but the ball was going straight to Jumi and just barely fell out of his hands. Still great coverage.
Threw that ball up and got knocked down by the wind. Second down and 10. Tigers under center, 2 receivers right. Hand the ball off to Ambers, right up the gut. And a nice run and a pickup of about 9 yards. Give him 10 and a first down. We did say congratulations to the starting offensive linemen for being our offensive players of the game. And Ross Graham, please announce our defensive player of the game.
Our defensive player of the game is going to go to a cornerback tonight. And for those that don't know, in a wing tee, the corners don't get to play as much as they would in terms of coverage for a spread offense. So this one guy, Christian Turner, is going to be our defensive player of the game. He was tasked with guarding the one receiver. It's called the
split end.
Split end. He's tasked with guarding split end. Generally, that means that's their best corner, where then you'll have all 10 other people in the box. So he was chasing around their main receiver throughout the entire night. He had great coverage. He had multiple pass breakups, and not to mention he also had a blocked punt in the first quarter. So great overall game by Christian Turner. A lot of stats that didn't necessarily show up on the stat sheet, but great coverage for him throughout all night. Played a great game.
Second down and 10. They're going to throw it out to the left flats. Amber's going to catch the football, and he's going to have it to the 11-yard line. It'll be first down for the Tigers. Congratulations to Christian Turner for being our defensive player of the game. And we'll again invite him to join us on Monday night, 5:30 p.m. at the dugout. First down and 10 Tigers from the Cardinals 11. Tigers not laying down even though they're way down on the scoreboard, and they're going to score a touchdown from 11 yards out. Chase Bingman runs it in for a Cardinals touchdown. That's going to make it 52-27. And the scoreboard is just about what it's been averaging all season long. Coming into the game, Cardinals were averaging 55 points a game and allowing an average of 20 points per game. And right now it is 52-27, pending this PAT. Snap is back, the kick is up. It is good. Cardinals lead 52-28, 3 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the ball game, and a chance to thank another wonderful sponsor.
Prime IV McKinney specializes in IV hydration and vitamin therapy. Our drips are specifically formulated with rich vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and amino acids, which will dramatically increase energy, boost your immune system, decrease inflammation, aid in muscle recovery, provide migraine relief, and much more. Come see us at Prime IV in McKinney on 380 to look better, feel better, and perform better.
Thank you to all of our wonderful sponsors. 3 minutes to go in the ball game. Cardinals lead 52-28. And the Cardinals are going to receive the football. Terrell scoring on that touchdown. They'll be kicking the ball off. And again, we'll see if they choose to go onside kick here. Coach Marvin Sedberry, see what he decides to do. Your Cardinals are going to go to 5-0, 2-0 in the district. And as we get further along, it's going to be time to talk bracketology in the next few weeks. And we're going to go over the district standings in a moment. Misty Humphreys and Scott Humphreys checking in. Danny and Amy Preston checking in. Say, go Cardinals, keep it rolling. Here comes a deep kick by the Tigers, and it'll be fair caught. Cardinals will take over at their own 25-yard line. Checking the scoreboard in our district. Crandall has defeated Mesquite Poteet. So Crandall is going to be 1-1 in the district. Greenville is leading Princeton. They're going to get a win tonight. So Greenville's going to be 1-1 in the district. And Poteet is going to fall to 0-2. And Princeton is going to be 1-1 in the district. Denison is going to fall to Lovejoy. Nally under center hands the ball off on first down. Short gain by Curry. So Denison is going to go to 1-1 in the district. And Lovejoy is going to go to 2-0 in the district. Cardinals are going to go to 2-0 in the district. Terrell's going to fall to 0-2 in the district. And what does all that mean? It means the only two undefeated teams in the district after 2 games will be the Lovejoy Leopards and the Melissa Cardinals, which means everybody's still pointing down the calendar to what could be another district championship game. This one will be on Thursday, November the 2nd, when Lovejoy comes here to Coach Kenny Deal Stadium. 2nd down and 8. Hand the ball off on the jet sweep, going left and showing some speed in the 50, 40, 30, stays in bounds, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown Cardinals, touchdown Peyton Porter, 73 yards to the house. Number 24, Peyton Porter, 73 yards. Nice job keeping his feet in bounds. A little bit of a jet sweep play. Here's a great replay brought to us by the LaCour Family Foundation. There's the jet sweep. There's the stiff arm. And there's the speed. Keeping your feet in bounds. Don't let this guy push you out. Keep your feet in. Take it to the house. 73 yards for Peyton Porter. And the Cardinals kickoff guy, Nicholas Hernandez, will kick this PAT. It is up, and it is good. Cardinals lead 59-28. Thanks to Hollis Texas Style Barbecue for bringing us that extra point. And the Cardinals lead by 31 with 2:13 to go in the ball game.
Terrell has lost both games in the district so far, or after this tonight, they will have lost both games so far, but I'm fairly confident those will be the only 2 losses in the district. They were the 3rd place team in the district a year ago, and they were, oh no, I'm sorry, they were the 4th place team in the district, so it'll most likely come down to Crandall and Terrell for the 3rd and 4th spots as of how it looks right now. That's how it was a year ago, and more than likely that'll be the same, but Terrell is 0-2, but they're a much better team than what the numbers may say. They're a very talented team, very well coached. They run an old school offense, but it's very effective for them. Very well coached, and they will more than likely be in the playoffs as well. And last year they made it all the way to the 3rd round. Is that right? Because we faced them in the 3rd round.
We beat them in the 3rd round. That's right. Because Terrell lost last week to Lovejoy, and they're going to lose tonight to Melissa, the top 2 teams in the district. So they are going to fall to 0-2. But you're right. Out of the 8 teams in the district, the top 4 will make the playoffs. And you could end up with a rematch, as we did. Melissa versus Terrell had a rematch in the playoffs. We mentioned earlier that Anna and Salina had a rematch in the playoffs a year ago. Melissa won both of those games against Terrell, and the purple people beat the orange people twice last season. And now the place kicker is going to kick off, so Sham's going to come out there with the 1 orange shoe. And with 2:13 to go in the game, he's going to kick a line drive with the wind. It's going to be caught on the fly at the 7-yard line. And going left past the 20, gets a block out near the 30-yard line. First down, Tigers.
Miles O'Neill on that tackle.
Again, we'll say congratulations to the starting offensive linemen for being our offensive players of the game. And congratulations to Christian Turner for being our defensive player of the game.
And the Cardinals will remain undefeated in this building, in this stadium.
And they're going to go to 5-0 on the season to match the start back in 2020. And you heard Matt Nally, if you watched the Cardinal scoreboard show this week, he said that that school record of a 7-0 start back in 2008, he thinks the Cardinals are going to knock that record down this year. So let's hope he's right. 2 minutes to go in the ball game. Let's see if Coach Sedberry is going to push the pace or let the clock roll out here with the score 59-28. Wing T, reverse out, hand the football, going right, able to turn the corner, no contain for the Cardinals, and a nice run for the Tigers. That was Mitchell on that carry.
And Bishop Curry on the tackle out of the corner spot.
First down, gain of 15, no, gain of 10 that is, to the 40-yard line.
First down for the Tigers at around 40-yard line.
Clock rolling, 85 seconds to go. Hand the ball off to the lead back, that's Ambers, and he's going to have a nice positive gain. And on the tackle for the Cardinals, there was Romeo Garcia and Colin Craig. Gain of 7 for the Tigers.
About to hit a minute left in the ball game.
Second down and 3. Stafford under center. Hand the ball off going left. First down, Tigers.
And that's not Stafford, Matthew, former Highland Park star, Los Angeles Ram.
No, that would be Stafford, Elijah.
I see.
Elijah that starts with an A.
Elijah starts with an A.
Yes, not an E.
Gotcha. That's good. That's a cool
name. Not Elijah, Elijah.
That's a cool name.
First down and 10. Hand the ball off going right this time. And a short gain. And the Tigers do not have to run another play. Let's see if Coach Sedberry decides to use them all tonight. As we take a quick look at the stat sheet before this game comes to an end. They are going to run another play here with 13 seconds. They're going to hand the ball to Ambers, and he'll pick up about 5 on that carry. And the final seconds are going to tick off, and it will be a final score of Melissa 59 and the Terrell Tigers 28. Your Cardinals are 5-0 on the year, 2-0 in the district, and a great night overall for your Cardinals here at Coach Kenny Deal Stadium. Trevor Ham finishes the night 11 of 13 passing, 145 yards, 4 touchdowns. Tate Kirk goes 2 for 2. Jackson Alley goes 2 for 3 passing. A great effort tonight from Nate Adejokin. 13 carries, 165 yards, 3 touchdowns. And the second leading rusher on the night was Peyton Porter.
Peyton Porter, that's
with
right.
1 carry, 73 yards, and a touchdown. Cardinals came into tonight's game averaging 493 yards per game, and they put up 511 tonight through the offense. So a great job by Nate Hemsley of the defense and Jason Russell of the offense. And we're going to look at a few highlights from tonight's game before we sign off. There's a carry by Bishop Curry.
Connor Betts on that one.
Oh, I'm sorry. Connor Betts on that carry. And there was Connor Betts in the play again. He gets the fake, and there is a touchdown pass to Carson Maynard. Here's Jackson Alley throwing it up, and a very good catch, as we mentioned, by basketball star, wide receiver, Austin Gooseby. Here's another Nally throw, and he throws it to a diving Jacob Nye, who made a good catch, even though he was interfered with.
Both of Nally's passes were highlight passes.
They were. And here's a defensive play for your Cardinals. This was that 40-yard run by Ambers where he picked up a single yard, and a great effort from behind by Peyton Porter on defense, who turned around and had a 73-yard touchdown run on the offense. And this is the exciting peanut 4th down play that failed, but when your punter's that big, he's going to run over some people, and it was exciting even though it didn't get a first down. But DK says, get out of my way. Here's another Jackson Alley. Here's that 73-yard touchdown run. And there's a stiff arm by Peyton Porter. As we said, did a nice job of keeping his feet in bounds and goes to the house. 1 carry, 73 yards, and a touchdown for the sophomore Porter. Your final score, Melissa 59 and Terrell 28. And the Cardinal band playing their fight song. Ross Graham, your final thoughts and a big victory here at Coach Kenny Deal Stadium.
The Cardinals had a heavy task coming into this game, defending not only the wing T, which was unfamiliar to them, but also a very talented team in the Terrell Tigers, and they did so excellently. Their starting one-on-one, the starting ones on both sides of the ball pretty much executed the game as perfectly as you could imagine. A couple hiccups here and there, which is expected. It's only the fifth ball game of the season, but excellent execution, excellent game plan by the coaching staff, and Cardinals' defensive line absolutely dominated the game. They forced Terrell into long third, fourth downs, and Terrell doesn't like that very much. It's unfamiliar to them with their scheme, and the Cardinals' offensive line was amazing. They had lots of open holes for all the Cardinals rushers, and Trevor Ham to Carson Maynard happened once again on touchdowns, and that's no surprise. So overall, the Cardinals played great. They're looking like the best team in 5A, and it's only going to go up from here.
We do say congratulations to the starting offensive linemen for being our offensive players of the game. Congratulations to Christian Turner for being our defensive player of the game. We'll invite you one more time to First Melissa on Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. or 10:15 a.m. And the fifth quarter event hosted by Tyler Norman and the First Melissa Student Ministry going on right now. Find out information all about that at firstmelissa.com. Thanks to John Graham for his help. Thanks to Steve Gerard for being our resident expert on the officiating. Congratulations to Coach Matt Nally. Your Cardinals are 5-0. They're going to stay number 1 ranked in the state of Texas Class 5A football. Your final score, Melissa 59, Terrell 28. Thanks to our producer Ken and the great folks at Game On Sports. For Ross Graham, this is Trey Graham on the Melissa Cardinals Network saying good night from Melissa, Texas.